Hello, everyone. Welcome back to NADCL. This is going to be the finals weekend. It is championship time, but we're not there quite yet. This is our first series of the day, and we're looking at a lower bracket quarterfinals between Bullish on Gaming and Instinct, who, last night they had some roster craziness. They're able to do the reverse sweep, take it 2-1 against Grin Esports, and now they are facing Bullish on Gaming. My name is Wesley. I'm joined here by Crescent. How are you feeling about this matchup? Is there favorites going into this?
I don't know. Going into it yesterday, seeing that Instinct, I would say, collapse and then rebuild from the ashes, really made me like, who is this team? They're kind of a dark horse in this now. We literally know nothing about them. We have one series to go off of, but the Bullish boys are really good. We have Double King, of course. We have Xeriscape coming back for his Division 1 to his rightful throne. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. And I'm really, really excited to see what each team abuses in this patch.
Yeah, it's nice to see Xeriscape back into the green jersey after he had a successful run on Bullish on Gaming in the last season, season 4. And he's back. He's standing in for Destiny, but it's not really the stand-in story to talk about as we look at Instinct. Like you said, it's like a Frankenstein roster here. We had Ush, retire. We had AMB quit mid-series. And now it's just sort of remnants of the former crew. We can go over the roster real quick. From their sort of original roster, they have Madoka. They still have Wake Me Up. I think even Mr. Achy Bones is playing for them. We have the new player coming in is going to be Wumboologist, who played 3 last night, but they have Mr. Achy Bones here, who normally plays 3. So I'd be interested to see how they decide who to lane where. And then we also have Yadaro Hot Dog, who I don't know much about besides that I remember the name from the combines at the beginning of the season.
Yadaro hot dog, Yadaro hot dog. But
Yeah, so it's definitely a funny name.
oh yeah, it just combines the funny memes from TI.
Mhm.
But I think there's a lot of interesting things with this. Is that the Bullish Gaming people guys have been together, and we kind of know what they're about. We know Double King is going to do his thing. We know Xeriscape is now going to do his thing from last season, but I think a key thing going into it is that you just know nothing about Instinct other than like, oh yeah, Wumbo played 3, but if he's moved to 3, what is he going to play now? What are his heroes? And that's going to be something that's really, really scary going into this draft with Bullish is that you don't really know what to target in this case. You don't really know if you should target specific comfort picks. You don't know if you should target specific strategies. You don't know if they have like some crazy arc order Meepo player that could cheese your entire roster. And that's just the thing when you're playing on a team with no information, and they have a lot of information on you. They got the last few weeks, they got last season on you, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah, and the drafting from Instinct, even in their series last night, was really weird. Like they did a first pick Invoker, then they picked Shadow Demon. They had a 4 position Tiny. They had a carry Morphling. Like they're pulling out carry or heroes that aren't a part of the meta whatsoever. It's like these heroes don't even come close to thinking about the sort of typical meta sort of hero pool. So I think Instinct could really be the sort of wrench in the cogs of Bullish on Gaming, and if they're able to throw the shoe into the right part of the Bullish on Gaming machine, it could fall apart.
No, that's definitely something that I saw. People were complaining on Reddit that Tiny is the worst hero of the patch, and then Instinct pulls it out and wins.
Yeah.
I think these are all some of the craziest points in Dota, as we sometimes undervalue heroes, or as a meta develops, it develops and keeps developing. We might see things that were undervalued start to be coming out of the woodwork. I know there's a lot of those other heroes that Morphling that you said was coming out, and I think Morphling's in a little bit better of a place than a lot of people think. Again, the attribute shift was nerfed. He's still a very, very good team fighter, great laner, and has all these good qualities that may even make him a little bit less desirable than your normal carries, but can definitely still catch you off guard if you don't have what you need.
Yeah, and if we think about the sort of meta as it's developed, it's a lot of long team fights. It's a lot of being susceptible to global rotations, and Morphling just being a tanky hero makes it feel a little bit better in the current patch. But we don't have to guess for much longer. We have a draft that we can hop to. Instinct versus Bullish on Gaming. This is gonna be game number 1 draft, and I'd really like to see Instinct stick to their instincts, if you'll let me have that pun. Um, not worry too much about what's meta, what's not meta. Just pick the heroes they like to play. Just try to stick to comfort and win on those premises alone, as it worked out for them last night.
Well, some things never change. We have that Lone Druid Muerta ban, Treant ban as well. Again, standout heroes of the patch. Lone Druid has a Reddit post every single game about how he's broken and overpowered, and no one wants him in his game. So I'm glad he's gone, so we can actually have a real game of Dota. But this Treant and Muerta are going to be interesting bans because it opens up some of the really, really good first round picks. And do we have anyone on Instinct and Bullish that play some of these insane heroes, your Brewmasters and so on?
Yeah, I know the Lone Druid is definitely a target ban towards Cloud, or KK as he is in this game, on Bullish on Gaming. Plays in the off lane. I think the Tree is a very nice ban. Xeriscape has some comforts. There's the 5. The main things that come to mind are going to be the Tree and also the Phoenix. And so they chose the lesser of, or the greater of 2 evils there, and banned out his Tree.
Interesting. That Grimstroke brand is going to be crazy. And an immediate first pick, Pugna, coming out in this draft. Man, the Pugna has been looking really, really good in this league. Just an entire time. The decreps, the suck, the sustainability, and just the annoying. Even the ward has become such a thorn in the side for a lot of these more active mid laners.
Yeah, and I like the Grimstroke brand covering the Pugna pick. You know, you get yourself caught in a silence, you've accidentally decrept yourself, you can't click off the bug, you can't use any spells. It's a hero that can be annoying for Pugna for sure, but will it be as annoying as the Space Cow that comes out from Instinct?
I'm surprised that got through. I'm a little bit questioning this Slark Lifestealer ban and letting the Spirit Breaker through. I know Spirit Breaker cannot one-shot waves anymore, but dang, he is all over the map, and he does so much with his status resistance. So
Yeah,
that'll be a difficult thing.
it feels like not one-shotting the waves kind of doesn't even matter anymore, because it's just all about the pressure that he's applying on maps. He's pushing out all 3 lanes at once. He has global presence to team fights. He has a BKB piercing stun. Even if you try to find a way to solve him, it feels like he always has an avenue to have impact in the game. So just a really versatile hero. Still feels strong.
Yeah, and then this Kunkka ban is pretty interesting too. I think Kunkka is one of the standout. Even though he was nerfed, he still feels so strong in just what he does for everything. His boat still feels really good. The damage resistance is really nice. It just makes your team fight so insulated.
Yeah,
I could definitely see why they don't want to give that in the hands of Instinct. And the Tusk ban.
interesting. Yeah, Kunkka's definitely one of the few melee laners that can still stand up to the likes of Lina and Kunkka, or not Kunkka, Invoker. There we go. Really only gets punished by, we see the Dazzle come out to try to punish this Kunkka, but still feels like no matter what you do to this hero in lane, he's still gonna get his Ags and have impact with the overwhelming team fight from his water park shenanigans.
Of course. And then this Tusk ban is pretty interesting. I'm not exactly sure if Instinct would want to pick Tusk. Is there anyone that plays Tusks on their roster? Or
Nothing's jumping out to me. I'm sure whoever's going to be playing for them, I guess, plays it. But it's like a Spearbreaker Tusk support duo doesn't seem that strong to me. What seems much stronger is the SBAA. Speaking of global presence, you're going to have global setup for your global team fight on the Ancient Apparition. You get one other hero that has some sort of setup, and there's a lot of gank potential coming. And they pick the Wraith King, but does it survive to Spearbreaker AA Blast +1?
I'm not sure. I know this Dazzle ban was also pretty interesting, as it could probably fit in pretty well to the Bullish lineup. But I'm not sure if you needed to pick Wraith King this early. And of course, the question always becomes: is this a 3 or 1 Wraith King?
Right.
In which case, Instinct can potentially punish either one. But I'm
If you're
surprised
going
it's
for
so
the
early.
AA, why even ban out the Dazzle, right? If you're gonna pick Ancient Apparition, but
I'm not sure. It's
you
just one
know,
of those.
you can't you can't not heal us all. You can't Ice Blast us all, you know.
Yeah, I just really like this Spearbreaker AA, and the Phoenix comes out.
That was the other comfort for Xeriscape that I was talking about.
Pretty, pretty
Yeah.
fair coming out as the 3rd pick. The Instinct currently does not have any good egg hitters. Normally, you would want to see something like a Snapfire or something like that. But AA, Spearbreaker are not breaking that egg anytime soon. Not with their attack speed.
Yeah,
Especially
mitigating the Sunray heal is nice with Ice Blast, but once you get Ice Blast, you just press egg, right? And then you get a reset. Same with Wraith King. Similar idea.
Invoker getting through pretty late after 10 bans and 6 picks. Man, I just really like Invoker right now. I feel like Invoker just is a solid all-around team fighter. He can farm pretty well. He's great for this global strategy with his invisibility. Can really pull that initiation with the tornado, letting the Spear Breaker just charge in and cleave through. It just feels nice with this lineup. I think they're going for this global Sunstrike lineup type of thing, and into the Gyrocopter.
There's so much magic damage coming out from the side of Instinct. The A blast, the magic damage from Gyro and Invoker as well. I hope it's not too all in. I feel like with their last pick, they have to come up with some sort of diversity of damage here, just to not get like pipe BKB into irrelevancy. But definitely interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about this Gyro pick.
I don't love it. I wanted to see them get a Spectre.
Mm.
The Puck comes out. Not a big fan of the Puck this game.
I mean, but if you look at Instinct's lineup, they're, except for the Spear Breaker, they're all kind of squishy. And you can't bulldoze out of Dream Coil, right? Like, you can snap it with the bulldoze, but I think this Puck can dish a lot of damage onto the pretty squishy backline of a Gyrocopter. And it's nice at controlling the SB, so I don't mind it at all.
I think Instinct did a little bit of misstep, though. Now that Spectre's banned, this global lineup is a little bit weaker. As Spectre's one of the standout heroes of this patch, I thought, oh, wow, getting it this late would have been great. The Brewmaster ban is also interesting. That's assuming this Wraith King is a 1.
Double King, Wraith King. I mean, it is, you know, double King, double lives.
I still think that Bullish might pivot this into a 3 and build and get like a 1 that can really, like a fighting 1.
There is still a Troll, which is a double King classic. They ban out his Life Stealer, which is the other one that he's been playing very often, very frequently.
I don't really like Life Stealer this game anyways. I mean, I guess the BKB is the free BKB is really nice, but once that BKB wears out, you still have to deal with BKB piercing stuns and the Spear Breaker. Invoker would probably kite you. AA, you could probably jump on and kill, but that's if he's showing himself, and then Gyro is just going to man fight you.
Yeah, well, it's banned anyway, so we don't have to worry about him.
But if we see, what do you think they should ban on this case? Do they target the Double King? Do they think that they should keep targeting offlaners or someone that builds a pipe?
I would like to see on Bullish something like a Tide Hunter. Just something that just, like, contributes to the overwhelming team fight. It protects the egg. It doesn't suffer too much from the sort of A blast and stuff like that. Like, it isn't someone that's super reliant on having a bajillion regen. I just think it, like, rounds out the draft really nicely for Bullish on gaming.
Yeah, I would love something like a Tide would be fine. A Mars, even an Underlord would be pretty good. Just something that with that AoE control, something that turns all the attention and just makes it really, really terrible to sit in one area and fight this egg.
I think out of those 3, Tide's just the better laner, right?
But I think this ban could be targeted at the time. If it was going to be a carry, I recommend. I would totally say ban the Troll.
Yeah, I agree.
Just ignore it. Does AA Blast go through Troll ult?
It stops him from life stealing, but I don't think it snaps him.
Interesting.
But I could be wrong.
Banning the Night Stalker, though. So they really think this Wraith King is a 1.
Yeah. And Night Stalker seems good too, right? The issue with Instinct's lineup is their Gyro Invoker AA is just so squishy as a backline. And they rely on spellcasting, right? So getting on top of them, getting a long silence on them really shuts their game down.
Yeah, I actually would have liked it if they picked an offlaner for their 5th pick, and now they just banned out 2 of the best ones. Weaver ban? I don't agree with that.
I'd rather see a carry with a stun. I'd rather see like a CK or something like that. Just someone that you can Reality Rift, Chaos Strike, and then there's an A Blast or a Sunstrike or Gyro damage coming in on top of that.
Do you think this Gyro is a 4? Or is going to be moved to support?
I think it's a support. I think it's like a Gyro Spearbreaker lane.
That could be interesting. Very, very interesting. Going into the reserve time, we now have a Tide Hunter picked out, just as you said.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, you know.
I really like this Bullish lineup.
Man. Yeah, it's strong. AA is still a thorn on their side for the like first 3 picks. Like Wraith King, Pugna, Phoenix rely on having the sustain from their spells a lot. So if you get even an AA blast on just the Pugna, or a frontliner, like if you get it on the top on the puck and then Pugna's trying to like suck into him to heal him, I mean that heal's just not coming through, right? So
I just feel like this game is going to be very, very much defined by this ancient apparition, and if he has a bad game, Bullish is going to run over them.
yeah.
Especially because this puck can find him so easily, and the Luna pick, last pick.
Yeah, it's classic lane into the Tide Hunter. You don't get pressured by the Tide that much. You're able to like CS from a distance, have the Lucent Beam to kind of harass him. But eventually you just dip into the jungle and Tide just meteor hammers down your tower. So I don't love it. I don't love it.
Yeah. Side note, holy shit, the skins. You tell a Dota fan 10 years ago that this is what it's gonna look like, they'd probably like be really, really annoyed. Look at that gyro thing. He has like a Hadron Collider thing going on, powering his shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's not lore accurate.
Yeah, Wraith King's sitting down. You don't. He's supposed to walk in the Dota game. What is he, Professor
Skeleton
X?
King. It's actually Skeleton. He's back.
Skeleton
He's returned.
King.
Skeleton King. And that's the double king red Skeleton King. That means he's killed one of every hero, which means he found an Arc Warden player and beat him. God bless. God bless.
There we go. I mean, knowing Arc Warden players, they probably just disconnected when their lane went badly. 20 minutes into the game and he won.
I don't see them at my rank unless they're Smurfs. And at that point, I'm just losing by 20 minutes anyways. So quick little turbo mode, minus 40 MMR.
Yeah, perfect.
But no, it's pretty interesting. What are some timings for this Bullish lineup versus the Instinct lineup? I'm thinking Instinct kind of can really get it going early on in the first 15, and then they start to peak at around 25 when this Luna gets her second and third items. Versus this Bullish lineup, I think can kind of has a consistent tempo throughout the game. Of course, you have your spikes with your Blink Daggers coming on the the Puck Tide Hunter. But
I don't think they're gonna go Blink though, right? I feel like this puck goes like Witchblade. Yeah, it goes like Witchblade, Maelstrom. Tide is gonna go like Meteor Hammer, Pipe probably. And I think you're waiting for more like the Wraith King Blink Dagger because he's gonna go like Phase, Armlet, maybe some damage item, whether it's Radiance or Deso or something like that, and then go Blink.
Oh, it looks like we might have a scuffle. This Pugna is running in ahead, places the ward, and then runs away. They're all on the top of this cliff, and they're just staring at each other. They don't know that they're there, but
yeah, I mean, Instinct just has to hold this high ground. They can't walk out. They're hoping someone walks up. But if they want the rune, eventually they're gonna have to walk down. So, kind of a catch-22 here for the side of Instinct. We're gonna see if this results in a first blood. This is game number 1 of Instinct versus Bullish on Gaming. The loser of the series gets knocked out of the tournament, and even more than that, the team owner also loses the opportunity to be auto-invited to Season 6. So, you know, this is a big series for not only the players, but also the organizations themselves to see if they're going to have a continued run in NADCL onto the next season without some sort of monetary payout. So, oh, here's a scuffle. Here they go in. They get the homing missile as well as the Lucid Beam over on a double king, but he's feeling pretty tanky, not tanky enough. It's going to be the first blood going the way of Instinct as they lose the Invoker in the mid lane. In return, it's a 1-for-1, but I think Instinct are happy with that. They're going to get a fresh reset onto their mid lane. They're going to get the first blood gold as well, as Pugna's trying to harass the safe lane.
That is an interesting thing, though, with the mid lane. This Pugna is now going to have... Oh, actually, this Invoker is almost halfway to level 2. It appears that, yeah, this is going to be a rough lane for this Puck if this tempo keeps up. But I think it's going to be relatively even overall. It's unfortunate that the Wraith King did die, but he seems to be doing okay. I don't think they're going to contest him too hard in this lane. Gyro's Spirit Breaker, just because he has this Phoenix with him, but I could be proven wrong.
Yeah, kill threat onto this lane is definitely going to be... I don't know, like the time to pressure him is now, right? Like you don't want Wraith King to hit his level 3, level 4 timing, because that's when he starts pumping out skeletons. It becomes really hard to man fight into him, especially with the Phoenix. So I think the earlier the better for this Instinct off lane when it comes to pressure.
build do you think this Wraith King is going to go? Is it a Radiance game, or is it like the Blink Armlet build today? I'm interested to see what could potentially happen with this.
He's queuing up the Armlet, which I think is very good. The sustain is nice. It's a little awkward into A, though.
Yeah, and just not being able to Armlet toggle seems like a death sentence. Literally.
I think maybe it depends, like, what the state of the game is like once he gets to that decision. If they're winning by a lot, a Deso is kind of like a win more item. Because you can just go Blink Deso. It's way cheaper than Radiance is. You'll get the
oh my god,
earlier
this Wraith King
timing.
is almost dead. No lucky bash from the Instinct end, but man, this Wraith King, one more bash, he probably would have died.
Yeah, this Gyro does oodles of damage.
All right, we got a Resident Sleeper lane bottom as well. Just the Tidehunter versus the Luna AA. And his Pugna is there too, kind of.
It's like why you pick the Luna into the Tide, is just to make it a sleeper lane. You're not getting anchor smashed over and over again. You're just getting your little, your treads, your Wraith bands. You're getting out of the lane into the jungle.
No.
Still pretty even in the mid lane. Invoker denies the water rune.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Sucks having to do that, but better than Puck getting 2 runes and winning the lane immediately.
For sure, for sure.
What? Relatively even in the mid lane. Puck is a little bit more denies, but like, it's fine.
There's a death onto the Spearbreaker. Trades his life for the Phoenix top.
I think that's a misplay.
I mean, definitely not worth it for the side of Instinct, losing their 3 in exchange for the 5.
Yeah, and then you give this Wraith King like a free wave of CS because this Gyrocopter's not contesting him.
Yeah. In fact, he's like dragging creeps around by his tier 1 tower, trying to hold him for the SP to get back.
Yeah, it's one of those things with the skeletons. Those skeletons do damage.
They are so annoying.
Like you don't realize it
guys.
because they're tiny, but like they just deal so much. 34 damage plus 25%, and they get their if they're around Wraith King, they get this aura, and there's just a bunch of them.
Yeah, they're pretty hellish, if you will, being skeletons and all.
Oh, dive from the Phoenix, jumping in
Yeah,
on this
trying to pressure the Gyrocopter. Has to be careful not to eat a bunch of rocket barrage damage back. There's a stun coming out. The charge through. Gonna gain distance for the Gyrocopter to retreat. Pretty even trade between him and Xeriscape.
Looking at this mid lane as well, this Invoker is still doing pretty good, but it's starting to see that starting to feel like the Puck is coming ahead after this wave. This Invoker is so low.
Yeah, there's definitely kill threat for the Puck here on the Invoker. It wouldn't take much.
That's pretty scary, actually, because if this Pug gets a little level 6 bonus, I feel like it becomes way more difficult. For this
and here he is zoning the Invoker away. He went for the water room, and now he's just going to get clicked all the way back. Forced to go to Ghost Walk, and that'll save him for the moment. As he eats an Illusory Orb as well. Wake me up.
One more hit?
He's trying to turn with a Cold Snap, but the final right click from Mark will put this Invoker in his place, back to his Ivory Tower in order to rethink how he's going to approach this lane.
Yeah, I guess the only problem is now this Puck doesn't have any mana, but I don't think he cares. He's just free farming this wave.
Yeah, maybe he's kind of praying at this point. One of his supports dies and can come refill his bottom.
Yeah, I guess one of those things I think the Invoker misplayed is that the Puck had the Sentry Ward mid, and he realizes that now and dewards it, but...
Tidehunter might be in danger bottom here. He eats a Cold Feet, getting ran down, but he's so tanky. They're trying to slow him up, but a Blood Grenade turn from the Pugna gets a blast onto the AA, and maybe he's in danger now. Frugos is trying to run forward, but
this
Gaki Love,
fine.
the Autoro.hotdog is...
He's just gonna be fine.
Saving him. I mean, still though, A and Luna still sitting very low in that bottom lane. Not the tankiest heroes in the world. Which team do you feel has like a later timing? Or I guess like which team do you feel scales better into the late game here?
I believe Instinct scales much better into the late game. They have the Luna for that tower push. They have the Spirit Breaker, who we've seen as a monster in the late game. Gyro even in AA. AA is crazy because he has all these...
Tidehunter following the Twin Gate from the Gyrocopter. Sets up the gank for them to finally net the kill.
missed that. But I just think this instinct lineup late game is crazy. But this is ultra late game, though. Of course, Gyro can transition. AA Ice Blast is always a good spell. First, I feel as if this Bullish lineup is very good late game with team fights. However, I don't think they have the carry potential that the instinct guys have.
So you worry that Bullish is going to run out of damage in the late game, even though they have superior team fight?
Yeah, I think they have great team fight control in some aspects, but if they lose a single fight against this Luna, their base is gone.
Gotcha.
But I feel as if, as of the way the lanes are going now, that this is not going to be one that is going too late. Rather, that this Bullish lineup is going to bulldoze through the instinct boys.
Going for the Wisdom Rune with a Cold Fleet proc, so he's going to be able to live. Not like these supports have stuns anyway.
Yeah, having actually the lack of disable on Bullish other than ultimates is a little concerning. They're going on this Wraith King though. Hits with the charge, hits with the EMP, gets hit with the missile, and that's all she wrote. This is a really big timing. He was about to hit level 6, about a quarter of a level off. A little too far out.
Yeah, very nice rotation there from Wake Me Up, getting some golden XP back under his belt after his solo death middle.
But
also allows the support to rotate over and leech some XP from the mid lane. Try to get AA this level 6, and as this AA kind of feels useless until level 6.
Yeah, I would agree. But then this global lineup really comes to fruition, as we might see a scuffle in the mid lane. Phoenix dive onto this AA. Coil dropped on the AA.
All
and
he
this
wanted
AA
was
is
his
dead.
level 6. That's all he wanted. Leave him alone.
Well, literally boiled a lot for that. No.
Get the deny on the Pugna War.
That's funny. Speaking
A
of
lot
these
of people rotated the mid lane, but only Bullish on Gaming able to get a kill out of it, as now they're trying to contest the stacks that they were building up for the Luna in their own jungle. It's gonna go the way of these Bullish supports.
Looking at this, these supports, this Phoenix is almost level 6. Pugna is halfway to level 5, or more than halfway. AA is 1 level to level 6, and this Gyrocopter is also level 5. I think that call down can really help down with this lineup's damage. But it seems like they're going to try setting up something on this Wraith King.
Yeah, there's the Twin Gate rotation from the Luna. Get the ult back onto the Spearbreaker, pushing him away from his tower, but this time he has the Reincarnate. So we're going to see if Bullish on Gaming can set up on the second life. There's a stun on the Spearbreaker. He's
no
able
eggs,
to just
though.
Walk away, though. Finally, a Dream Coil is set in place, and this is what we're talking about. You can't bulldoze out of this Dream Coil. You just have to snap it and die. That's exactly what the Spearbreaker will do, is they get the first life onto the Wraith King, but they just lose their 3 in return. Definitely does not seem worth it here.
So we were both correct. This Wraith King looks like he's going Armlet Radiance based on his item queue, and then into the Manta style.
The Manta's interesting.
I'm curious.
I feel like that's the most normal build.
I feel like he was given so much space this game, he could just rush the Radiance just fine. But if he wants to be a little bit more active early, the fight is nice.
Yeah, I feel like their timing is a little later than Instinct's. So I think he just like wants to play the farm game. He thinks Instinct is gonna like group and push earlier. And while they're grouping and pushing, they're not being nearly as efficient as this Wraith King will be with Skeletons and Radiance. So he's going to try to like dodge the early Instinct timing, like what's happening now where there's 4 top. And if he has the more efficient farming item, then he's going to hit the this sort of like 30-minute mark way fatter than Luna is. So I think that's his like view of the game.
We also see this Hunter go this really greedy build.
There's a death on the Double King.
We caster cursed at him.
Yeah.
Double King, we're sorry. Not really, but
yeah, what's the Tide going for?
This Tide is going a very greedy build. He is level 7 or level 8, 3 points in the Anchor Smash, 2 in the Kraken Shell, and 1 in the Gush. No point in the Ravage yet. He's just farming away. He's top of his net worth chart, and he looks like he's just gonna keep getting that economy game online. Really weird to see this, but I can totally get it. His lane is basically free, and he's just farming stacks in the jungle. Now.
I mean, it's the same idea as why Wraith King is like going the build, right? It's like they know that based on Instinct's draft, they're going to hit, like, they're going to try to push really early, and that their Instinct's going to be stronger than Bullish early on. As
By the way,
here's the
we got a
coil
coil.
onto the Spear Breaker, might die once again to the rotation of the puck as well as the supports, and he will. Very unfortunate for Spear Breaker to have these early deaths, but yeah, Instinct are going to try to hit these early timings, take these early towers, and Bullish on Gaming don't really care. If they just like skill and itemize to scale past that point, then Instinct can only get so much out of the early portions of this map. So I like it. I think Bullish on Gaming are just dodging this early game and trying to get fat.
Some things to look out for is this triangle. This Luna is going to farm it so quickly. I believe this triangle is going to have a quad stack of Ancients and then a triple stack of normal creeps. And now this Gyrocopter is level 6, has the call down. It becomes a very, very big nuke. This Pugna is still not level 6 yet, which kind of sucks. I would really like for this Pugna to get the levels he needs, and then he can contest so much more.
Homing Missile onto the Phoenix. Tidehunter's rotated over to the mid lane. He now has a point into Ravage, so the team fight's there, but the damage into the Pugna just gets blown up instantly thanks to the Spear Breaker. This is the Invoker, but the Egg, it's very well placed. They're going to deal with the Spear Breaker, not quite get the jump onto Wake Me Up, but now he's coiled. He has to try to juke his way through the trees, try to find a way to survive through this team fight. The Ice Blast lands on the Tidehunter as well as the puck. The Invoker isn't able to live through it. In the back line, trying to get the Eclipse onto this puck, and they are going to find him. Gets the trade onto the Ancient Apparition, but he gives up his life, so now it's Gyro and Luna. It's trying to get the chase down onto Tidehunter, but he's able to make his way back to his triangle, and there's a juicy little stack of creeps there for him.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like the death of the Spear Breaker Invoker is very, very good for this Bullish on Gaming lineup. But that Pugna death did not feel good. As you said before, he got hit by the Ice Blast, and then the Luna just kind of right-clicked him until he died. But that's relatively even. It's a trade, but I still think Bullish on Gaming won because this Wraith King was just free farming. He's almost halfway to his Relic now, and now you just created him like an entire lane's worth of space to deal with, and he's kind of catching out that this bottom lane is not as safe anymore. But he had that entire like 40-second fight just to free farm.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, right? Is that Instinct are going to want Luna to show up to these early engagements. And, like, she did, and she helped get the sort of trade onto the puck, but while she's doing this, she isn't farming where Wraith King is. And Wraith King's going to be farming with a Radiance here soon enough, so. Just trying to go for this economy trade here on Bullish on Gaming. Is he just getting kind of hunted here, stalked by the Invoker.
I was like, are you sure you want to be out here? It's a little deep.
Yeah, he has 2 lives, so if he gets jumped there, there's just so many mass TPs coming in. It's very scary for Instinct to go for that.
And all this time, this Invoker's not farming. He's going for this recovery minus, though. What is this going to be, like a 20-minute minus if he gets it? Actually, it's no gold, but... That versus this puck is 2 levels higher than him. Already has this Maelstrom. Interesting. How do you feel about the Maelstrom on puck?
I mean, it's good, right? I mean, I'm surprised he didn't go Witchblade first, but he's going to go Shard, he's going to go Aghanims, and then, like, with Ags, when he Dream Coils, he's right-clicking, he's, like, rapid-fire clicking everyone that's Dream Coiled, and then he'll go Shard, which every time he phase shifts, he shoots out a bunch of right-clicks, so... This is kind of just how we see pucks building nowadays. I think normally we see Witchblade first and then into the Maelstrom, but he's going to farm faster with the Maelstrom.
I really like Witchblade this game, but I've never seen this build really pulled off in a non-pub environment. Speaking of which, they catch the Luna on this. This could be really bad. Pop the Eclipse.
Not going to matter, though.
The Spear Breaker's coming in.
Yeah, he's tied under the target? I don't think so. And there's the Ravage. The Meteor Hammer's going to be canceled by the homing missile. Phoenix in the back line, trying to get the trade across. Gets the Ice Blast onto the Pugna, so healing from him is going to be limited as they do eventually find the kill onto Tidehunter. They lose the Ancient Apparition for it, though. As the Egg pops in the high ground. Is there any more follow-up here from Instinct as the homing missile? It's found the puck. He does have phase shift to work with.
Oh,
back in.
No, he dies to that.
Breaker. Oh, no. Why did he go back
bad
in?
Timing.
Just press
Why
E.
did you do that?
Lol.
Or baby. Well, he's almost
Definitely.
a Blade Dagger, but man, that sucks. Versus this Wraith King, I think he has Relic on the Courier.
Yeah, Wraith King just needs to go hit creeps.
Yeah, he is so close to the Relic. Or he has the Relic and he's so close to his Radiance. He's only 1,000 gold off. Yeah, that's going to be a quick Radiance, like under 20 minutes for Armlet Radiance.
And for Bullish on Gaming going a sort of greedier pathway with their items, it's totally working. They have a 4k gold lead. Instinct haven't taken any objectives at all. Like, has a single tower fallen? No. Like, I don't know. I feel like Instinct's game plan is kind of falling apart as they're going to go on the Tidehunter again. The Ice Blast is going to fly overhead. It is going to connect, and so now this Tidehunter is definitely killable. They missed the homing missile due to the tornado, but isn't going to matter. Oh, follow-up, though. They're going to get a trade onto the Gyrocopter. If that's all they get, though, Instinct's happy with that. They just need to back out.
Nice, nice. Gyrocopter for the Tidehunter always feels nice for them, especially in the situation where they want to be the aggressors. They want to...
going more for the Pugna. They get a little bonus kill.
2 for 1, and then diving in for this Phoenix.
He has no egg. Doesn't have dive for 5, but they don't want to dive. Haha, the tier 1 tower here, so... Just gonna go and take the objective. I was flaming them for not having one earlier. Xeriscape's gonna try to go through the twin gate, but they spot him with the Sunstrike, and Tornado, as well as a stun from Mr. Achybones, is gonna put it into that as they claim their first objective of the map here. 3
chain feeds into a tier 1. All while this Wraith King, it now has Radiance 17 minutes in. I feel like this is an interesting spot that they're in.
Yeah, signs of life from Instinct.
So fat.
I think they were kind of hoping that that play would come like 4 minutes earlier, but it happened now. Now the game really begins. We have the trade between Instinct trying to take objectives and Bullish on Gaming trying to find space on the map to farm the next set of items onto the Puck, the Tidehunter, and the Wraith King.
Yeah, it looks like this Wraith King is going to go Manta style. Any thoughts on this?
I'm not really sure what the point of it is.
Like, I guess if you want to go like this Alk type build where you constantly split push and farm, but why would you get the Armlet then?
It definitely helps farming, but in fights though, I'm not quite sure what it does. Maybe he doesn't want to go... I think what he's thinking is that he needs a defensive item, but he can't go BKB because there's Spear Breaker AA.
I guess. I don't know. I don't like it. Like, the Manta doesn't purge off anything like a silence or anything. Like, and you're Wraith King anyways. You don't care. I'd much rather him go a more aggressive item if he's going to do it like a Satanic or something, like, or Heart. There's something that makes him live through everything.
Yeah, but he can't go those items into AA.
Yeah. I guess that's the point. That's where nothing feels that good. Or maybe he could just double down and buy Desolator, right? Or AC. And just say, I'm going to just one-shot this AA, and we're just going to win that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a farming item. Is my best guess, and that he's just going to try to be way fatter than anyone else on Instinct.
It feels weird because he already has a farming item in the Radiance, and then his kit already allows him to farm so quickly with Mortal Strike.
Yeah, but it's not just farming, right? It's also map pressure. Like, he's going to be clearing waves, hopefully faster, ideally faster than Instinct is. So it's not only that he's getting gold, but he's also allowing his team to like make moves on the map because he's pushing in lanes while his team is like smoked or something.
Totally understand. And I think this is going to be interesting timing for the
There's
Luna.
A jump onto the Phoenix. Ice Blast lands as well. There's a neat little pick off there for the side of Instinct.
For this.
Yeah, Tornado's going to keep it wide.
Ravage.
Nice two-man Ravage into the coil, into the Meteor Hammer. I think both these cores' lives are absolutely forfeit here. As Invoker dies, gets the trade away. I mean, huh? Ooh,
oh shit, it's following him. Look at that Pug thing following him. Puck Bolt. He's running away. Gets hit. Maelstrom proc. He's at 30 HP.
A close call. God. I mean, OS Frog, am I right? His finest creation.
Literally, if he had gotten hit by that Puck beam earlier, he would have been dead. And speaking of dead, this AA is now dead.
Yeah, it'd have been nice if they just got the Phoenix and the Pugna and called it a day, but unfortunately they lose their A, they lose their Invoker, so becomes a pretty bad trade actually, because Invoker dies.
It's Jover. All while this Wraith King continues to free farm. Seems to get he's looking at a pretty good timing for this Manta style. This Luna is also doing really well. It now has BKB about a fourth of the way to her crit stick. And then she's getting the shard, but BKB is such a nice timing for this hero. Just allows you to do so much more in fights. Just because you could just stand there and man mode it. But interesting that this man is putting so much pressure on this tier 1.
I feel like it's time for Instinct to go Roche.
They're smoking up right now. They're looking to either going through this area. Spearbreaker charged the wave, sees the puck.
There's the puck. There's no coil. Oh, no, there is a coil to work with. They're going to try to get the easier target onto the puck in the back line. Gets a stun onto the puck. They're going to try to get both, and they will.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's...
Two birds, one Spearbreaker.
Get out. I mean, he has the Blink Dagger now. He has the shard, and he's about 3 more items to the Ags, or 3 more components to the Ags. And how they just go into Roche with this?
About as perfect of a scenario that you could have asked for on Instinct, because they had their BKB timing on Luna. They want to get an Aegis so that she can siege buildings, but you need to get a couple pickoffs, and so you get a pickoff on a nice support, a core, and you walk to the Roche, right next to the Roche pit, you waltz in, you pick up an Aegis, and now it's time for you to play aggressive on the map, hit your sort of Crystallis shard timing, and start sieging towers.
Don't worry, this Wraith King's still farming.
That's what you want to do.
If you want to let him know. He's still farming. He has this Manta style now. I got the Specialist Array. This Specialist Array is so good as an item. Like, when melee heroes are buying the ranged items, then that's when you know you might want to nerf it.
Yeah, it's just too much, right? 7 all attributes and 12 damage. Like, who came up with this one?
And then as a ranged hero, you just get to multi-shot every so often. Like, crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if the puck had it as well, or if it was given the option. But Vampire Ace is still really good on the puck.
For sure. It's a hero that just naturally misses stats, and so if you get some free stats, it's nice. And yeah, we see him going for the Ags, right? And that's what I was talking about. Already has the shard. Going for the right-click puck build.
Oh, man. Get the crit sticks, get the shard, just go boom, boom, boom. Is this going to be a Maelstrom or a Mjolnir, or is this going to be the control one? Why am I forgetting Gleipnir?
It's a Mjolnir for sure. I think Gleipnir is kind of an unpurchasable item at the moment. I think it's like so bad.
It's not great. Not this meta at least. But even though they've got the Aegis, Bullish is playing like they don't. Really taking over this bottom jungle area and bottom lane everywhere. Puck even showing himself on this tier 2 tower. Invoker invisible. Same thing with Xeriscape invisible with the Glimmer Cape.
No smoke breaks onto the Invoker. They instantly drop the Ravage as well as the Dream Coil. Gonna try to burst up the Invoker as he makes his way through the trees, but the snap, but the Luna walking in with the Eclipse, trying to get the damage over on the Tidehunter.
Gets nothing.
Yeah, a little too tanky, and so now his Eclipse and BKB feel very wasted as Mark jumps the backline, waltzes his way back out. He's like a ballerina, just hopping and jumping all over the place, but he's gonna get caught by the Cold Snap. The Ice Blast, and the EMP gonna phase shift it. Both spells. So yeah, a really big jump there from Bullish on Gaming. Bursting the Invoker, forcing a buyback, wasting the Eclipse and the BKB, and now they have absolutely nothing to be scared of, right?
Yeah, I think they just take this tower with impunity other than this Aegis, but it looks like this Wraith King is just going to sit there. He is so high leveled and has so tanky. 2600 HP, 26 armor. Tidehunter's jumping in. He has no mana, so no spamming out this Anchor Smash.
Yeah,
but
he got EMP'd.
Going in.
All right, there's the ult onto Double King. Has 2 lives to work with, though, and the puck is just in, doing so much damage. The Radiance burn as well, and I mean, that initiation did not go the way they wanted, and now Luna has to retreat. Invoker seems to be the one in trouble. Is it going to be a dieback? If he goes away, he's barely finding his way out. But the Radiance burn, is it going to be enough? Lexi Invoker lives for the moment. Back into the base.
No,
he will not die today.
Illusions pursue him. He would have died, but it's all right. They got what they came for. They took almost no other casualties. The Spirit Breaker died. They I think they're more than happy with that. They're like, oh, we're closing the map for this Luna, for the Spirit Breaker to really get farmed, and that's the scary thing.
It was such a good fight for Bullish. Everything just went their way. Lost Aegis, didn't really have a fight where you felt its presence. So the other nice thing about this Wraith King Manta style that I'm seeing in fights is that you can just send it to the backline. I mean, we talked about the weakness of Instinct's draft is that AA Gyrocopter are not like sturdy supports. And so you just pop Manta, you send these illusions to the backline, and instead of Gyro and A participating in the fight, they have to like, you know, try to dodge these illusions or try to kill them or something. It's just not a good use of their time.
One other big timing is that this Puck now has the Aghanim Scepter. He is looking to upgrade it into Manolier and go from there. He's going to be farming so quickly in this, and they're going to give him the gem as well.
Yeah, you saw the damage that he did when he Dream Coiled the Invoker Luna in that last fight. He just ripped them apart.
Rapid fire. I think Puck builds MKB this game to counter out if this Luna goes to Butterfly. I just think Butterfly is pretty good this game on her, and Puck being able to counter it is nice.
Yeah, you definitely like want to wait though to see that she's for sure building it. Because if you like build it now and Luna sees it, she's just like, okay, I don't have to waste 5k gold. Both of them are going the Silver Edge actually.
Yeah, I actually like the Silver Edge.
I like it on Luna. I don't like it as much on Puck, but I think I see the point. Alright, there's a go onto the AA, who was sitting by his tier 2 tower, but isn't going to stop Bullish on Gaming from picking up the free and easy kill, and they just transitioned right into the tier 2. On the other side of the map, though, they're going to the other support under the other tier 2. It's a perfect mirror image as Mark is trying to find the retreating Invoker, and with the gem, he's right on top of them. As long as he can stay on top of him, stay within that vision range. He's trying to hide in the corner. He's working. No, he's picking him.
Off the Ravage.
Oh, man. Run, 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 Mr. Invoker. But he can't run. He's getting kited. He's getting chased down, and he will fall to
MIM. They do that for half the amount of time and under the tier 3s, and then they say space created. Man, that was actually some space created. A lot of time they spent on that versus this Luna just got to keep farming mid, keep going there. Now she has her Silver's Edge now. It feels pretty nice.
Yep. You always want to make him work for him.
Exactly. But I don't know. This Luna seems like it's going well. She's going back for the Hurricane Pike.
Oh, interesting. So
I wonder why exactly. I kind of get it. If this Wraith King gets on top of you, you're probably gonna get destroyed. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's that necessary against all their other heroes. Maybe the Puck. But speaking of death, AA just gets annihilated.
Wumbo dying a couple times back to back there. Not what you want to see.
Poor kid. Tier 2 taken by this Bullish on Gaming lineup, and they're just gonna send guys up to the tier 3. It's becoming one of those things where they are gonna just slowly chip away at them. These illusions deal so much damage. Plus this Pug Blast. This tower is almost halfway gone, or a fourth of the way down.
Yeah, a very safe siege strategy coming out from Bullish on Gaming. All I have to do is send up illusions and press Q on Pugna. Pugna can definitely be jumped though. Walks up to press Q, you just use a bunch of buttons on him.
This Puck is being charged. Cancel the charge. They have double Silver Edge on this lineup as well. I don't. That's interesting.
I mean, Brick's pretty good against Tide, against Wraith King.
I would think they would get something a little different, but they're only going to smoke, or 3 of them are going to smoke, and they're going to be counter-initiated.
Oil on his Spear Breaker, didn't have the Bulldoze, so he's just going to sit there for the full duration. Finally pops it as the first life of Wraith King gets eliminated pretty much, as well as the Egg in a fortunate position. They're able to cook it down. Now Double King on his second life, without a Phoenix, though. I think they just returned to sort of just their usual high ground siege here.
No, I totally understand because now that you just lost the Phoenix and Xeriscape and you're losing your 3, the Spearbreaker's so good at clearing out waves and also getting your pick off. And so now I think this map just gets that much smaller for you because every creep wave is now going to be pushing in by the time that Spearbreaker gets back.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate egg. If it was just like a little bit to the north and on that high ground, it wouldn't have been clicked down, but slight misplacement.
But I still think it was overall fine, especially because all your other heroes do much more. By the way, the Wraith King almost has his Assault Cuirass, which is going to be great against that Luna and just good for sieging in general.
He's not really outscaling this Luna at all. Like, it feels like he's gone all this just to keep up with her as there's a jump onto her, she hops into her Silver Edge. It's why.
I guess this puck is also holding the gem. It looks like this puck, it could buy half a Silver Edge right now, but not really have the any thoughts to use it.
Yeah, he just drops his wand.
Sell the wand and then move on.
Yeah.
I always hate selling the wand. It's just like, oh, you served me so well and I'm throwing you away. Speaking of which, this
this time he had bulldoze though, so.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're gonna pop the got there in time. The TP was too long.
Where did he TP to? Seems
maybe
like a misplay.
To a tier 3 or something. Alright, I mean, things are looking very good for Bullish on Gaming. They're just getting continuous pickoffs on the map, continuing to farm it out. Instinct are probably just like banking on a high ground defense here, but I think Bullish are just waiting to pick up this second Roshan, which is up. It just spawned. And they know.
They're just going for this.
I mean, perfect timing. Getting a pick up on his Airscape.
A lead.
Uses a lot of spells, Call Down and Ice Blast sent out for this. And hello, Xeriscape? There's going to be a homing missile that finishes him off. Bunk. All meanwhile, though, Roche has fallen.
Yippee!
Get the double life to the puck. Yeah, good.
And the cheese. I don't think this Wraith King is going to pass away twice. And it looks like they're just going to use this farming.
He did. His first life did die pretty quickly to Eclipse last fight.
But that was also with AA Blast. Eclipse AA Blast can shred him, but then if you're using that on one hero, then your other team fight's going to be terrible.
For sure. And that's the nice thing about the pick into AA, is that sure you rely on sustain a bunch, but you have 2 lives. Ancient Apparition only has 1 Ice Blast, so.
Yep, I totally agree. I still don't think AA was a bad pick this game because it just deals with everything else so well, but I feel like it sometimes doesn't have the impact we'd want it. It can get that 1 kill really easily, but after that, it just feels like a guy.
Yeah, I feel like if we're gonna look back to the draft, I feel like the gyro is probably the mistake.
Very suspect.
I think it's a good hero. It's just like gyro AA is too squishy of a backline, I think. You're getting punished by this puck pick, by the Manta, another Dream Coil.
Speaking of which,
takes off the gyrocopter, yeah. Up into the air, back down onto the ground. Tries to use the call down to get the damage back out onto the puck, but I mean, he's juking through the tree line pretty effectively, but will eventually fall nonetheless.
Poor baby. Sacrificial lamb. This Luna is still pretty far ahead. He's just farming really fast, but it's the only person that's farming fast.
Right. It is all in the backs of those Luna now. Might even be waiting for pops the BKB Ravage used. Just traded for the BKB charge. Yeah. Definitely good BKB usage. As maybe they wait for gyro respawn, then wait for BKB, and they smoke out now that there's no Ravage. There's still an Aegis though, so it's a little spooky. And it looks like Bullish on Gaming aren't even caring. They're just heading straight to the high ground.
They're going for it.
They say, fight us without Ravage. See how it goes.
Oh.
Using Tornado and the charge to clear out the creep wave. well as all these annoying summons, but does it stop the Pugna and Meteor Hammer spam coming out as the Pugna ward? A lot of little ticks on that guy. Very hard to fight into.
Almost no commitment, and half of these tower HPs are gone.
Yeah.
They've just been sending in illusions. They've been walking up, hitting, and so on. No big ults, other than the Ravage drop for that one kill. But looks like they're gonna go in on this Invoker.
Oh wow!
And
Yeah,
destroy
all the
him. My
lifelink
God.
damage. Ay, ay, ay.
Same thing with Gyrocopter. It's so low, but I'm guessing they're just gonna win this way.
This item build does so much damage in Dream Coil, and now more than enough permission for Wraith King and Tidehunter to walk up and actually hit the towers. Falls pretty quickly when that happens. The Barracks exposed. Meteor Hammer crashes down on top of it. Instinct. They need to find a way to make a fight happen, but Mark is just poking illusory orbs at them, just bullying them away from their own towers.
Looks like this is just gonna be a Rax.
Yeah, very hard to find a way into this fight, and I don't think they want to fight without their Invoker.
Moving mid.
Straight to the next set of towers and barracks. Charge through, but he has to be careful. Eats the Wraithfire Blast. He is bulldozed by the Eclipse coming through. Eats through the first life of the Wraith King, as well as the first life of the Puck. The Phoenix Egg put pretty deep and able to click down, as no one has yet fallen on the side of Instinct, although Spearbreaker's sitting pretty low, and that's a pretty good hold.
That's one Rax and then a tier 3. I mean, they didn't all die, but that's still not great. Now this top lane is gonna push in 13k lead. Supports are really high level now, 16 versus as the actually
they can take a fight now, because there's no double life on Puck or Wraith King, and you see the Spearbreaker going in, finding the kill onto Frugos with the Invoker, and they're gonna find it now, going for more, trying to find the ult on the Tidehunter, but that's a toughy little target to break down, especially with a Puck sitting right behind you. They're gonna go for it, looking for the Ravage, queuing it, but now there's a Puck on the back line. The Dream Coil is popped, the right-click damage is coming through, but the charge, the Ice Blast, it lands on it too! Can they turn it around? Yes, they can! They're doing it! Oh, that's Puck dead for 90 seconds! The Tidehunter dead for 80. He has buyback, but very well done for Instinct.
The question is, where was this Wraith King? He was just farming on his own, and now every single one of their team just walked in one by one and just got killed. It was Jover.
Yeah, I mean, he has no life, right? Or he only has one life to work with, so he's probably just playing defensively, knowing that he's vulnerable for this time period, but
I don't know, it seems like a misplay, because he did have the cheese, but I guess it's fair since they thought, oh, who's gonna come in at under a tier 2 under top tower, bottom tower. But there's some interesting things that are coming up now. We're about to get to that 40-minute. We're gonna start seeing tier 4 items, seeing like the Ninja Gears, the Mind Breakers, and so on. This Wraith King with the Ninja Gear, he attacks so fast, especially with the Swift Blink opportunity stuff. I wonder what he's gonna do now. I feel like this is like one of your critical mass periods where you start rolling on people.
Yeah, he's heading back for the BKB, going for the next defensive item outside of the Manta. Also has a refresher queued up, which gives him 4 lives.
Oh my goodness, I see these clips on Reddit where they just have the Wraith King die again, and die, and every time it spawns like 18 skeletons, and they just decimate buildings. Maybe that'll be this game. It'll be fun.
I mean, it's very effective if you're like diving a tier 3 or something.
I thought you were gonna say it's very effective if you're 800 MMR. Shoutouts. But it's an interesting thing. Radiant's just lingering in their jungle versus Dire is not in their jungle. What happened here? They both died to Tormentor.
Oh my gosh. That's really bad. Puck's dead 85 seconds, no buyback. There's more than enough permission for Instinct to punch and punch hard. Oh, they almost find the Wraith King. Spearbreaker, are you finding him? Doesn't quite see him.
No.
Does have 2 lives to work with, but Instinct, they have to keep hunting. And now they found their target, the Fire Chicken, the Phoenix. The Ice Blast doesn't land, and now Spearbreaker just fuels up in the air, and Xeraskip's able to dive away. All right, they don't quite find the Fire Chicken. Able to pick up a tier 2, though, and I mean, that's a really big mistake from Bullish trying to Tormentor like that. What the heck?
Especially because this Luna gets in anywhere and your base is gone.
Yeah, they have a glyph to work with for the moment. It's going to be refreshed when this tier 3 falls. So Not the easiest time going high ground, and it's only 40 seconds. The rest of Bullish are up. I think you just want to try to regain map control, and you're just waiting for next Roche. But Bullish on Gaming have definitely handed them a little bit of a comeback into this game.
They're still 8K up, so it's not Jover for them. But yes, it is pretty crazy.
It's only 5K.
Oh my god, it was 10K, and now it's 5K. Misread it.
So, I mean, that's quite a big of a gold swing back to the side of Instinct. Once again, I think it's only onto the Luna, but...
Oh, I'm also really excited to see. We're going to see this Puck level 5 or 25 talent with the truck Frequent Pierce's spell immunity. Or we're going to see the 250 max with Waning Rift. Gosh darn, what is with me in pronunciations today? That's going to be interesting. Are we doing level 25 talents coming up for the Radiant? Oh, Luna level 25. Oh, it's plus 20 lunar blasting is fine, but the Eclipse mini stun can be relevant.
Especially if it procs onto a Puck and like sets up some sort of chain. Could be nice.
Oh, they're all
Especially
here.
because none of his other cores are like farmed or do right-click damage. So I think you go mini stuns. But okay, there's a Gush onto the Spirit Breaker. Pops the Bulldoze. Gonna be hard to go through, especially the BKB. There's a Dream Coil on top of him. He's just gonna break it thanks to the BKB. Now they're gonna try to turn with the Eclipse. Luna on top of the egg, trying to man fight it through the BKB, but it ends. And now he's stunned. Now the egg is gonna pop as well as the Ravage, and the Luna goes in and just dies. Oh, and that's all of the net worth on the side of Instinct. Dead immediately. And with no buyback onto the A or the Luna, it's going to be I mean, this might be Mega Creeps here.
Yeah.
An all-in jump for the egg does not pay off.
It looks like they're going to go Roche.
Holy damage from the Puck. I mean, why go... I mean, I guess they don't know she doesn't have buyback.
Oh, dang.
See how long this Roche takes. See if they can still turn this around. I mean, there's a huge wave coming in. Someone has to clear that on the tier 3. The third Roche. Every single Roche this game. Alright, that's not true.
Who's grabbing Ags?
Last two
Wraith
Roches
King has the
this game.
Ags. Reincarnation is now the ghostly ghast form. Who would you give an Ags to this game? Maybe the Puck?
Puck already has it.
Well, I mean, you could consume it. Maybe the Tidehunter for the... Oh, Tidehunter already has an X as well. The Phoenix, maybe, because you can then save someone. Or maybe even the Pugna that can...
Like, Wraith King was definitely correct.
I don't know. I really like that, the Suck. The like, almost no cooldown Suck, where you could just get spell damage. But, oh, middle barracks are gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, these illusions and these skeletons go to town.
For sure. And there wasn't a tower to defend it, so they just walked right up. And now onto the last set of racks. Luna has respawned. Instinct, they have everything in their toolkit to work with, but see if they can find an opening into this fight. They cleaned through the Pugna ward already. Tidehunter just able to blink up with impunity. Tornado up in the air. The EMP is going to drain some of his mana, and they're going to try to get onto him with the Ice Blast, and he's definitely dead. He gets, he gets to sit there and anchor smash the tower one more time. Tries to get the meteor hammer off before he dies, but they do a lot of damage. They lose their tide. It's going to be back up here for Bullish.
Man, that seemed like a slam dunk. You just put your Wraith King out there, you farm a ton, and then you take their towers, but it doesn't happen. I feel like with all the amount of people that can really play high ground defense, I think Instinct has been doing it relatively well. I know they lost 2 lanes of racks already, but that weird Tidehunter thing and then them taking mid was really good, but then they kind of overextended a little bit, and I think that's going to be a really nice sign of life for them because now they have to take this bottom racks first before I think they go high ground or go like ultra high ground with the tier 4s. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, this kind of always happens, right? It's like, it's almost nice when you lose your 2 other racks, because then it makes it very obvious where the team fight's going to happen. And so you don't have to like play the guessing game anymore. It's like you push out your other 2 and you get ready to fight in your final interact. So having the only one objective definitely simplifies the defensive plan here for Instinct. Makes it a little bit more complicated for Bullish on gaming, because they can't like play a rat sort of style anymore. They have to sort of just like man up and fight on that bottom racks.
No, I totally agree. The nice thing though is they still have this Aegis for another 2 minutes. So they will have it back. This Pug has eaten this Ags, has the Ninja Gear, and hits like a truck.
They could find a payoff.
230 damage on this guy, plus the crit. One coil with the wrong amount of people, and I think they could just get shredded.
Wake Me Up might be in trouble in this bottom lane as Mark is rotating down. Is found by the Pugna, but who's found too? As the charge is coming out, the damage from the Invoker hitting the Pugna. The suck gets canceled by the Spirit Breaker charge. But I think it's just time to disengage on everyone. As now it's Spirit Breaker running for his life. Hiding behind the Roshan. Gets Dream Coil, pops a Dream Bulldoze, as well as a BKB. He has to try to find a charge target elsewhere, and he will.
Oh, wow.
He is out of there. Close calls there in the bottom side of the map, but...
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna... Oh, this Wraith King's getting the refresh ore. It literally is the pub build.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Nothing wrong with it.
He took the Mortal Strike cooldown instead of the Reincarnation Wraith Fire Blast. And they're going to approach this high ground. 2 cheeses on them. Oh my goodness, the Wumbo is just going to get destroyed.
AA in the wrong place at the wrong time as Wraith King hops up and deletes him.
Yeah, that
some
nullifier.
Invoker spells, but still feeling good on the sustain front.
Jumping in.
Charge through again. Hits onto 2. Mark has no mana to work with.
Yeah.
On this puck, it's Hex. Cold Snap as well. The Sunray coming through. Can they find the damage? A huge damage! Oh no! And now Double King deletes 2 of the heroes.
Luna's going to try man-fighting this, and Luna's succeeding.
Okay.
The Rage just popped on the puck.
Only the first life, though. Now she doesn't have a BKB charge to work with. She's chained to the anchor of the Tidehunter, and Double King is running in, getting the right clicks onto the Luna. She's going to be shredded. No BKB, no Satanic, but she does have a buyback. Is there any defense left to be had? As Invoker's buyback has to be committed as well. Dive through, and everyone on Bullish is sitting pretty low. There's a Sunstrike 4, but can they find the catch? There's a Elusive Beam as Luna goes forward. Doesn't want to be caught by the damage of this puck, though. Homing Missile as well as the Hex. Going to connect onto the Tidehunter, but he just pops the cheese. He's back to full health as Mark's scouting the back line. Gonna find that Gyrocopter. Can he shred it?
Oh my god.
Forward. They're onto the Invoker. The Invoker is silenced. He's eating the damage from the puck. It's gonna be a dieback if they can find it. The Wraith King just comes in and deletes him. And Gakulov has to get the Force Staff away. Heads into the Shadow Blade as the Ice Blast does connect onto the Wraith King, but it's a Gyro that's in trouble. And the TP out will be successful. The damage from the puck is not enough. As there's a cheese on the ground. Yummy. Instantly eaten by Mark. There's a gem as well, yeah.
I think they're just going to leave it and then just getting one-shot this Ranger Act. Yeah. It's gone. Get those Mega Creeps. Yeah, they're just going to send it in. Dodges the, dodges some other stuff. And they're just going to send it in with the Megas. Oh, man. Bullish is going to do, is doing it very late in the game. Better than I thought I did.
Nice Hex, though.
This puck build has really impressed me this game. I did not realize how much damage it puts out. And then this Wraith King as well. Nullifier. Great this game.
Yeah, with no Invoker, no Spirit Breaker, it's a very hard defense. And they're just hitting the tier 4s. They're going to pop the Glyph, but unless something crazy happens for Instinct, it's looking like a pretty over game number 1.
Whew.
You need like a Divine Rapier or something on this Luna.
Yeah, that would be great. If she can farm it, right? Oh, there it is. There it is. She has it. No Manta, though.
You know, speak it and so it will be done. Whatever the quote is.
What is this?
Ask
she
and thou
has
shalt receive.
700 damage a hit.
Yeah, she'll need it just to clear Mega Creeps. Can we see buybacks, Pop-Tart? I don't want to look anymore. Take it away.
No, Jesus. They're all on cooldown other than the AA, and he's just poor.
That's not what I wanted to see at all. Okay, let's forget about that, guys. All right.
I feel like as Dire, you can just go up and outfight them.
Yeah, I mean, you just have more lives to work with.
Yeah, it just seems like one of those things where it doesn't matter, really.
You don't have bots, really, on Bullish, though, to, like, reconnect to the fight.
Oh, dang, that's just so much damage.
They're smoked up. See if they can get a jump onto the Luna, onto the Invoker, even the A, and there's
Oh
a jump onto the Luna, the
no!
Ravage, the damage, the
Double
raking,
ravage.
and now she's dead. Rapier on the deck. That's no buyback onto the Luna.
Oh,
They're
that's
finding the A as
GG.
well. It's gonna be GG here
Oh
for the
no.
side on the side of Instinct as Bullish on Gaming find the Luna. They catch them out into the base. They're clicking the Ancient. It's at half health, and GG is called by Wake Me Up as pretty solid performance there from Bullish on Gaming. Feels like they had their game plan, they executed, and Instinct was really never able to get the ball rolling with their more tempo lineup. And we'll see how they're going to transition their draft into game number 2 here.
Oh boy. Well, as we can see here, dang, that's so unfortunate for Instinct. I think some of the key things that made some of their lanes really hard was the amount of deaths the Spirit Picker had and the amount of space this Wraith King was able to get. This Wraith, like we were seeing Bullish trading with Instinct when they were doing these 4-on-5 fights. At first, I was like, what's going on? And then I realized this Wraith King is just getting so much value to this Armlet Radiance. We were questioning the Mantis style, but it was able to put so much pressure on towers, constantly keep these lanes pushed in. And when we did see signs of life when they got a team fight, they couldn't do anything. All the lanes were pushed in, and by the times they got some equilibrium, all the Bullish people were already back and hunting them again. It just seemed like one of those things where this global lineup did not really get the tempo it needed. And ideally, in this lineup, you want the Spirit Breaker to be charging in, the Invoker to follow up, and the AA Blast to make sure it gets there and finishes. And they did that on occasion, but they couldn't keep that going through the mid game. And this Luna didn't really get to carry them in the same way. I wish they had a little bit more of a lead going into that, and it would have been so much closer.
Yeah, it feels like they kind of changed identities in draft towards the end of it, where at first with this like Spearbreaker Invoker, they're going for like a global pickoff thing. And then by the time they got to the end, they were going for more of like a tempo, we run at them early sort of idea. So I hope that they can just kind of consolidate their ideas, have a more solid identity going into game number 2. I think sort of skill wise and matchup wise, like I don't think they're horribly outclassed. I just think maybe sort of strategy wise, they need to have more of a clear vision. But we're going to find out in game number 2. We're going to head to a short break, and we'll be back to see if Bullish on Gaming can clear out the series and move on in the lower bracket, or whether Instinct can make a stand just like they did last night and come back and bring us to a game number 3. I'm Wesley, joined here by Crescent, and we'll be back after a short break.
Later, guys.
Hey everyone, PPD here. Wanted to say thank you for a fantastic season 5. This season was very, very successful for a ton of different reasons. We grew our player base and our audience significantly. We enabled a second division to participate. We charged an entry fee that everybody was on board with. That helped generate a ton of revenue for the league. And I'm excited to announce an upcoming Season 6 that will begin in the 3rd week of January. All right, so let's jump into the calendar. This is what Season 6 is shaping up to be, guys. At the very beginning, we'll jump into the player combine. This past season, the player combine was only 3 days long. Next season, it's going to be 5 days long. So that'll be from Friday the 19th all the way until Tuesday the 23rd. We'll follow that up immediately with our player draft, which will have some alterations to be announced at a later date. That's when we'll decide who's on our Division 1 teams, who's on our Division 2 teams, and something else this season is that if you aren't drafted to Division 1 or Division 2, you can create a team with other undrafted players and participate in a Division 3. All of those games are going to be happening on Fridays and Saturday nights. No more Thursday games. Sunday will be dedicated mostly to the Sunday Evening Cup Series. Another part of the league is that we're going to be moving from 8 to 12 teams next season, and as a result, we're going to have to change up how we do our, mid-season events. There'll no longer be, 3 or 4 tournaments for you to participate in. It's just going to be one big tournament with a group stage and a championship. So 3 weekends of group stage, you'll play 2 best of 2s each night, except for one of the nights, probably on the 10th, where you'll only play one game, and then we'll have to, we might have to play some tiebreakers in the evening to determine the final standings. That will bring you into a 12-team championship. That will be the top 8 teams will be in the winners bracket, and the bottom 4 teams will be in the lowers bracket. And then that first round of lower bracket is going to be best of 1. The in-house league, you can see it will begin on February 1st, and it'll run until the 29th. We'll have weekly prizes probably on the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and then the 29th. And then there'll be a seasonal prize as well. The Sunday Evening Cup Series, that will begin on January 28th. That'll be our first one. Ideally, this just goes on for the entirety of the year, but I'm committing prize money only up until March 24th, when we'll reevaluate our final position. Okay, how to participate. You guys should head over to our website and NADCL.us, click on the Season 6 tab. That'll give you a little information about the events. You'll get the calendar. There's a detailed events breakdown with just like more information about the league and the different events in the tournament. One of the most important things that's relevant for you guys today is that, last season we charged $10 to participate. This season, because it's longer, because we have more prize money, that price is going up. It's going to be currently set at $15, and then at the end of December 31st, end of 2023, it's going to go up to $20 in 2024. So this is just like an early bird mechanic for all of you guys that are here. Get a discount, 25%, and then everybody else who FOMOs in at the last minute will have to pay the full $20 price. I think you guys know this, but just to reiterate, I'm not making any money on this league. I am still really just focused on growing our audience and expanding our brand. All of this money that we earn from this supporter package, which is basically the price to participate, is more or less put back directly into the prize money, paying for the broadcast and the casters. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Look forward to you guys participating next season, and good luck to everybody still competing in the Season 5 championships. Hey everyone, PPD here. Wanted to say thank you for a fantastic season.
Oh no, Hussein, I think that was very, very great of you. And silence. Fierce,
Immediately.
You can't do your combo unless you surprise the team, and you gotta surprise the support right now. Go with the Smoke as he's trying to get onto All White, but All White has the extra life, so I don't see the point going there. Epicenter goes in, Musi dies right now with the right click damage, get inside all of them. RP connected
Beautiful
to
RP.
the Huskar, and they may be able to get him. Yes, they did. Jumping, be quiet. Gotta keep going on the screen struck right now. What are you talking about? At least Muerta.
Ooh.
Nice.
Blink.
Half vision of Huskar. They may go. I mean, there's no RP already. Yes, RP goes instantly, right click damage as well, but Moose is gonna come to the rescue. Goes with the Epicenter, but nice stop the trap protector.
He gets rooted!
The Epicenter did not contain, and now All White is back to himself. Now you gotta try to escape, gotta keep right clicking. Yes, from behind, it is gonna be double kill going in All White, BKB after BKB, but that is not enough, and All White is just old. He is gone.
Yeah, that's been the mark of success for both teams here, finding those supports. But Double King pops the BKB, still has the rage available. He's pounding it into the noggin. Muzi have the rage. Muzi to fall on the Sand King. Double King gonna chase down Lee. It's more. They're gonna find Rim is in the river. He's rooted by Destiny. Oh no, what's going on, Rim? Has to use a song to get out.
Lift him up.
BKB is gonna get through in the first hit bash. Are you kidding me?
No way, no way. They're hitting on Ren. Right click Ren to death. Musi to the rescue with Epicenter. That is not going to be enough. And they keep right clicking them up in the air. That's 4 versus 1. And Musi managed to get a burst strike stolen. And Rosane is gone from 6 seconds. Also, I want to try to spot somebody. Yes, they know they're up top. They already have sight of that. They at least saw someone. Yes, they saw Okay, they saw Rem going on Rem. BKB at some point. You gotta pop out and keep right clicking them. Comes here with the overcut as well, trying to lock down
Push
Rem.
in.
Rem's not gonna be able to pop the siren. He did pop the siren, but that was not enough. And they keep attacking right now, all the way to the rescue, trying to right click. Life stealer on one side, but the basher keeps going on one. Come here, hey, what are you doing? And there is a little bit help. Oh no,
Muzi
all white, perma lockdown. He is dead. They're going on already. Look what's
Double
going on.
Finishes the Roche. Muzi looking for the Burrow Strike steal. He doesn't have any free inventory.
Welcome back, NA Dota fans. We are here in the middle of our lower bracket quarterfinals and the final weekend of NADCL. The championship is this weekend. We are figuring out what team is the best in all of NA. You know, if you don't show up, you don't get to know. So, but right now we are looking at a series between Bullish on Gaming versus Instinct. Bullish on Gaming are up 1 game. My name's Wesley. I'm joined here by Crescent. What are we looking at game number 2 specifically?
We're looking at Xeriscape's Revenge Tour. Oh my god. He was so mad that he had been relegated to Division 2. His first chance back in the Bullish D1 lineup, he's like, screw you guys. I'm just going to win. We're going to win no matter what with this Phoenix. But really, we get to see a lot of really good Dota today. We did have one roster change on the Instinct lineup in between. What was it? Why am I forgetting? It's Wygod. Wygod is now playing.
Yeah, Wumboologist was relieved of his duties. And we now have Yamazaki, or Wygod, standing in for him. Or replacing him.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting one. I'm very, very excited to see the lineups, because the lineups are very, very interesting. We're about to get into a draft. Let's transition. Of course, our first 2 bands of the draft are going to be this Lone Druid, Treant, and Pugna, and Slardar being on that first hit too. We're going to just play some real Dotas. No Lone Druid, of course. Pugna performed great last game. I don't think it was the standout, but it was very, very annoying. Treant, Protector, and Nature's Prophet are also gone. Bullish banning out the Nature's Prophet. I guess it's really annoying to play against no matter what. Sprout is one hell of a spell. And now they're thinking about this 4th ban.
Yeah, no Muerto this time. Last game for Bullish on Gaming, Muerto was the first ban, but we see
and now it's gone. No one's gonna get this hero this series.
Yeah, Let Through was the Grimstroke. Instinct banned it out before they picked up Pugna on first pick. Spearbreaker still in the pool as well.
Let's see. What else was really, really broken last game that was completely ignored? Actually, Kunkka was banned on this round as well, I believe, last time. Or was that second round?
I wouldn't mind seeing Phoenix banned here. I feel like Tree and Phoenix are just Xeriscape's best heroes. Just put them on, just get him on something out of his wheelhouse.
Why are they targeting this Lifestealer so much? I don't like Lifestealer this patch. It was supposed to be the really good patch for him with the Heart, Blade Mail builds, and he's still so mid. Does not feel like he has enough game impact. And we get a first pick that does have game impact in the Spirit Breaker again. I'm worried. The Spirit Breaker underperformed last game by a ton, had a bunch of early deaths, and really didn't have the impact I think you really wanted him to. Of course, he eventually got that Octarine and the Shadow Blade, but I don't think that was the correct build.
I would just like to see him as a 4 this time. I don't think you need to run him as a core. We see the AA first pick for Bullish. So a different Xeriscape hero. Unless it's going to be Frugos playing it as a 4.
I don't know. I really like AA on either team. Even AA last game performed really well. Those Ice Blast and what they were starting to do with their global lineup felt really nice. It just, the Bullish guys just kept going past it. Or they would kill the Wraith King and he would just come back. Poor baby. But now it's on the Bullish side.
For sure. And we'll see if Instinct wants to go for something like a Wraith King. Kind of just like have the same idea. The more instances of the fight, you can't Ice Blast everything. They're actually going to ban it out.
Ban the Wraith King. Really targeting Double King, Wraith King, Double King, Lifestealer.
Spectre is still an option here if they want to keep banning out carry heroes.
I like Spectre this patch, no matter what. So I think that's good. I don't like picking it this early though. I guess you
Definitely
do
a
have
little bit weird to pick it on 15.
second, third, fourth. Yeah, like fourth picks. I guess this is
12.
like the fourth pick Spectre, right? If you wanted to, you can wait a little bit, but I don't know. I liked it a lot last game for Instinct and they ignored it. So maybe they just don't have someone that's comfortable on it. But then again, that hero's super freaking easy to play. So it's like one of those things where it's like, how are you uncomfortable on this? You just click the button and then you go. You go zoom.
With a stun, you have the global setup. Like you can Shadow Step a Ice Blast.
Brewmaster is totally understandable as a ban. That hero's annoying as crap if someone's good at it.
Yeah. And Cloud definitely plays it on Bullish.
No, Brewmaster's such a fun hero, especially now with the Void Panda existing. And then of course you have all your other good parts about Brewmaster. You just farm pretty well. You have this huge team fight. And it just kind of does a lot for your team and, you know, can make you active. Spectre banned though. No Spectre
Yeah.
this game.
See what Bullish want to go for. I think just pick like an offlaner here. Or maybe you're running out of double king heroes. Maybe you just want to go for an early troll. It allows them to double pick into it though. It's a little awkward.
I feel like
we
Double
don't
King
want to
has a
ban.
lot of. I feel like Double King has a lot of heroes though. Like if you fine, let's say you ban out 2 more Double King heroes, right? You just have this entire other points of the team doing so well. Like the Puck last game performed very, very well. I thought you ended up having that really, really powerful build. He basically became a carry on his own. And we see this Grimstroke coming out. I'm always a solid hero. But
I don't love first twoing supports, but both these supports are pretty strong.
I also like denying it from Instinct because now they can't Grimstroke Spirit Breaker.
That's true. That's a good point.
I guess it was one of those things where it's either you ban the Spectre or pick it, or you picked up the Grimstroke, which has some flexibility as well as a support. I think this is probably going to be a Xeriscape Ancient Apparition though, but Phoenix is picked up. Phoenix Spirit Breaker. They just switched heroes. That's funny.
It could go either way. I think what you want is just to pair Grimstroke with a hero that you can like Inkswell in lane. And so like let's say Bullish go like a Weaver or something, and then you want Grimstroke as a 5 and A as a 4. Like the flex that these two supports have and where to lane them is really nice.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Weaver this game. I think Weaver is good against the egg. It's a little weird against the Spirit Breaker because the Spirit Breaker can just like kill you because you're so squishy.
Yeah, but it's a natural Lincoln's buyer, so he doesn't like Weaver doesn't hate going for an early Lincoln's either.
Yeah. I just think if Spirit Breaker gets RNG, then he's just dead. But that's if he has good RNG. Instinct hasn't proven they get their bash gods quite yet.
Mm-hmm. They need some way to just like find the backline here on Instinct from a core.
Okay, side note. Do you see how Spirit Breaker like kind of sits in this like running stance? Like he's always going to be in. How do his knees feel? He's so thin. Like, dude, for someone that has to run, like he has giant jacked arms, but his legs, like they're chicken legs.
I feel like he kind of runs like a gorilla though, like on all fours. So maybe like his arms are doing a lot of the work.
Like his legs are smaller than mine.
Him forward.
Like, I don't know, but he's also holding the flail and everything like that. So like, is he just like constantly like falling over because his legs are too weak? This is what happens when you skip leg day, kids. Is that you look like Spirit Breaker. And the Sand King is picked up. He's someone who does not skip leg day. He has 6 of them. My God.
It jumps the back line. It's an interesting. I feel like you get punished in lane like here though. Like if Bullish on gaming pick like a troll, like something that just lanes super well into Sand King, he feels a little bad. And it's like, are you running a Sand King Spirit Breaker off lane? That seems really bizarre to me. Maybe it's a mid Spirit Breaker.
The Magnus.
Interesting.
I mean,
it's going to be a Grim off or a Grim 4, you know.
Grim 4, Magnus either mid or off lane? I feel like it's going to be mid, right?
I was actually thinking about it off lane as like a Magnus Grim lane, but I guess you could flex it if you pick your safe lane here.
I think it's nice. Like you pick your safe lane, you pick like the troll here.
Right.
guarantee that he has a good lane. Because, like, what are they going to pick? Like, Sand King Spirit Breaker, like, is this Spirit Breaker a 4? Troll, yeah. Just as predicted. And now they have to respond with getting a carry and a mid on Instinct.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of drafted themselves in a corner with the Sand King pick. You could go back for the puck. I guess not back for them, but I think a puck seems fine here. You lane well into the Magnus. Dreamcalling the troll feels kind of good because you can like kite him out of his, like kite him with his ult.
They also don't have much reserve time left. 5 seconds on the clock before they get a
That's true.
random pick. Oh my god, they're bringing it close with the Void Spirit. Oh. All this melee heroes, they could get potentially taken advantage of. They do have a lot of jump, though.
Yeah, they're definitely... I said they needed to jump the back line. They have many ways to do that.
Oh, Bristle gets banned this late. It's so funny. Bristle's just a hero that just isn't well balanced. So
that makes me think that they're gonna go for like a Lycan or something.
Oh my god, if they went Lycan here, that'd be really funny. Just cheese this game
on Instinct.
I feel like if they're
interesting,
if there's an Arc Warden player, bring it out now. I think Arc Warden would be great. Unironically.
You don't really lane that well into Magnus as a Lycan, I guess, because he's like cleaving your wolves or whatever, and you have Grimstroke to soulbind you, so maybe it isn't that good.
It's so Jover. Weaver is gone. No Weaver Grimstroke shenanigans. I don't think they were gonna go for it anyways.
I mean, at this point, you already have Troll.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what would fit this well. Well, Instinct Void Spirit, or sorry, Faceless Void. I don't even think they would be that good. You just have the egg as your synergy and maybe the Sand King ult.
Yeah, it allows you to scale into the late game, I think is the main benefit of it.
What would they pick at this point? Maybe maybe they're gonna try to run back the Luna or something. But and then Bullish has this last pick to respond with either a mid or an offlaner. Probably a mid, to be honest, based on this lineup. Axe ban. Oh, so they do think Magnus is mid.
Yeah, I mean, you can flex it, right? You have overall last pick. You just like, if they pick a safe lane that Magnus dunks on, then you put them off lane. If they pick a good lane against Magnus, you put a mid and you pick a new offlaner. Like it's a win-win scenario here for Bullish.
I wonder what they're gonna do. Oh, 3 seconds. 1 second till the random. Are they gonna hit the random?
Spirit Breaker 5 and go like a drow. I'm so good.
Why is she so small? Why is she so little? Why is she about to ask Void Spirit for uppies? Oh my god, that's like a full...
Well, it's like a perspective thing, right? Because like Sand King's the closest to us, and then they get farther away as they exit out of the V.
But she's like so small.
She's standing just the farthest away.
Like she's just so short. Like Spirit Breaker's hunched over because he doesn't have any legs, right? We have established that he does not go to leg day. Phoenix is flying, but Phoenix is pretty big. Sand King is massive because he's the scorpion creature. Void Spirit, you know, he's pretty soft. Like he looks the same in game. And then Drow is just like tiny. She's like a halfling in D&D. Oh my god, so funny to look at.
Lycan on Bullish now.
Yeah, they don't have a good way of clearing this. Other than, I guess, Sand King.
Sand King is it, right?
Right, and if you dodge the lane, you're like, well...
Yeah, you hit Egg really effectively. You pressure Drow really effectively. Could be interesting.
Okay, this is a big brain move. What if you move the Sand King mid, Void Spirit off lane, just to throw them off?
No.
Just to really, if they pick the light in, be terrible.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think so.
I don't know. Like, who benefits? I guess this Drow has this entire front line to really divert attention, and Bullish does not have the best jump on her, so it could have ended up being pretty good. Marcy,
that's more jump. That's kind of cute. But what position? It's gonna be an
See,
offlane
Marcy looks normal.
Marcy is taller than Drow. You're right.
Oh, like look at that. Like, you know, Marcy and Troll Warlord look about the same size, you know, the perspective. But Drow looks so short.
You're right. Look at the Sand King cosmetic. What sort of like
Sand King is so massive.
Head that he
dude,
has.
that's like a sleep That's a Five Nights at Freddy's 4 creature right there. The thing's gonna jump scare you
It's like
after you get a
drill
lobotomy.
arms. It's horrifying.
Dude, imagine being a creature with only drill arms. He can't grip anything. Well, at least with the claws, he can maybe like grab a cup. Dude, what is he doing with those?
It's kind of like a Half-Life alien.
Yeah,
Like
how
you
is
see
he
this
eating?
guy like it's like a plant on Zen or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Totally understand. And then the giant like growth looking tail. It looks cool, but man, that thing is bigger than his torso.
I'm surprised it doesn't like get him off balance, you know? Like he
Yeah.
doesn't like fall over and then he can't get up because his tail is like tipped over.
Where's the center of gravity?
Yeah, exactly. He feels so far back.
Oh my god.
It's like doing wheelies.
And he's just next to this. Any other things? Oh, the Magnus thing. I mean, Magnus has the giant tusks in the armor. Yeah, that's understandable. Tusks are a little long, but and then the troll. I just like how Marcy just looks like a normal person next to these like insane giant weapons and everything like that. And Marcy just standing there in like a little like outfit and a backpack with a cape, just chilling.
Yeah, she's definitely a hero that's kind of like lore-wise is just like ironic. You know,
Like
it's
other
a
than
very cynical hero.
I don't know, maybe I would say, you know, her in her Magic Girl skin like looks right at home, right? Because like, oh yeah, that's just like a Sailor Moon character now. But now she just looks normal. But we have a 5-man smoke on Instinct coming out, going towards this on middle lane. I'm probably going to go bottom.
I think this Drow pick is like making the best of kind of a bad situation. Where you have like a really weird, like you pick the Sand King and then suddenly you're like, wait, we have Sand King Spearbreaker. We can put Spearbreaker 5, which is fine, whatever. But then you need some like ranged hero. And out of like the ranged heroes left, you go like Luna, Drow, Dusa. And Drow made the most sense to them. Or
Yeah.
that's what Yamazaki wanted to play.
This is the exact mirror of last game. In
Yeah,
which
true.
I'll go to the bottom, and then this Radiant side is going to sit on top.
Yeah, they just stare at each other.
Oh, their smoke broke, or they ran out, I guess, and they're just chilling here.
See how it's gonna pan out.
The wards see each other.
Hello? Anyone home? Anyone gonna use spells, abilities? We want to see violence here, folks. I mean...
No, I guess. And it's not like Instinct has bad level 1. They have pretty good level 1.
And both teams have pretty decent level 1s if they get an Inkswell target on anyone. Like, you get like an Inkswell onto the Marcy and she rebounds, but it's gonna be a whole bunch of nothing in the bottom jungle there.
Oh my god, this Marcy has 70 base damage. That's crazy to me.
3 circlets, 2 iron branches. It's a lot of stats.
It's so like so much at level 1. Reminds me of that Omnimite mid build that I got stomped by in a little while ago, where the Omnimite just hit you for 75 damage and then had the buff, the hammer buff that would just deal a ton of magic damage to you. By the way, this Phoenix is gonna die here.
Yeah, getting ran down by the troll and the AA, giving the last hit to Xeriscape, so he can get maybe some early boots. Goes for the only null talisman, so they want to continue playing aggressive here, getting some extra right-click damage into his Chilling Touch harass.
I actually really like the boots, but I get it. Do you miss old AA Chilling Touch, where it just gave everyone a buff, making tri-lanes insane?
Yeah, it was kind of like almost like how tag team is now, sort of.
Yeah, it's
like
everyone gets a buff, but it slowed down your attack speed.
Yeah.
But you just deal a ton of damage. I get why they removed it, though.
There's no points in Empower yet for Magnus in the mid lane, but he's another hero that just gets crazy early base damage, and then you're just like, how am I supposed to trade last hits with this person? He does 20 more base damage than me.
Void Spirit also gets a lot of damage, and he gets hooked under tower.
Yeah.
I think he might be dead here.
Yeah, 3 more right clicks? No, he's fine.
He's just gonna
like 4
keep
more
farming.
right clicks. Yeah,
To be fair, losing the farm is like way worse than
sure.
dying in this case. And he's already level 3, so it could be one of those things where he doesn't mind as much. And man, that's just so much damage. Now he has the Empower though. He's gonna probably start empowering, and this Magnus is gonna get a little bit ahead.
Big wave under tower. Should be
That
pretty
must
fine.
feel
and
nice.
There's a lot of kill threat on kind of all the lanes of Bullish on gaming. Even top, like Grimstroke Marcy feels pretty strong as there's the Inkswell onto the Drow. Up top, gets a rebound on top of her. Gonna be the stun as well.
Oh my
There's a
god,
stroke
she's
of fate,
dead.
and yeah, another kill into the books of Bullish on gaming.
Okay, this Marcy's going this interesting build of Tread's Diffusal. I guess that makes sense as the Unleash can just burn an entire target's mana. They're probably just gonna have her just jump on this Drow every time.
It's kind of the Lone Druid build, right? She's gonna
Yeah.
go Tread's Diffusal, Echo Saber, or like Harpoon, and just like stick on whatever target she wants with her Unleash.
Yeah, and she has so much sustain in lane. I forgot that she just doesn't need to buy tangos.
Yeah, and I mean she's just getting fed tangos by Grim as well.
Yeah,
So not
just for the
getting
extra
punished
one.
for lack of regen at all.
This extra lifesteal early on is just so nice. Oh, jumping on this Drow?
Yeah,
Inkswell,
nice Gush though.
Silence.
Yeah, good early point in Gush. Going it over the point into the multi-shot. It's a lot of things that Drows like really forget to do. Is they don't identify when like you can just dodge being killed by putting 1 point to Gust. Although in the mid lane,
Oh, they're gonna
the
still
Void
jump
Spirit
on
gets
her.
ran down.
No, the Drow's dead. Again, Gust
Oh my
gets the
gosh.
hit, but also this Marcy just deals 86 damage a hit. So much damage from her.
Yeah, these side lanes just kind of a bloodbath for the side of Instinct. They need to find a way to stem the bleeding. They did get a return kill onto Xeriscape though in the bottom lane
Yippee.
while this was all happening.
Xeriscape's Revenge Tour being cut short is the funniest thing I've ever seen. But based on the way they're playing, it might be a bit longer.
Yeah,
oh,
I mean, I
this
don't.
Phoenix is. Oh my god, this Phoenix is like a single hit from death.
The player he's standing in for is back tomorrow, so I think this will be a short-lived victory for Xeriscape.
Poor baby. Loved his interview though. Let's see. Yeah, now this Sandstorm is getting online. Same thing with the Caustic Finale.
These
and
lanes are just an absolute disaster for Instinct. It's a 3k gold lead 4 minutes in. Like, that's pretty astronomically bad.
Let me check the last hits tonight. Yeah, this Troll, 32 last hits. Same with this Magnus and the Marcy. This Void Spirit is almost half the amount of last hits as this Magnus, and then of course, this Drow is losing to an offlaner.
It's not
So
like they have a flash farmer either. Besides
take notes,
what, the
2K
Sand King?
Andy's. Pick Marcy against Drow. I guess it's pretty good with Grimstroke.
It's pretty interesting. Not something I'd typically think of. But yeah, it's working out by a lot, especially because, yeah, just the base damage on Marcy is so huge.
No, it feels great, especially because you have the lifesteal as well, and then the disposables rebound.
Oh, RP onto the Void Spirit. There's a TP
Oh.
coming from the Grimstroke as well, but the silence doesn't come out in time, so he's able to get it to assimilate away. Gonna try to run back to his side of the river. The Remnant holds the Magnus in place for a moment, but now he's on top of him with the Inkswell. There's the rotations coming in from the supports. The Inkswell does proc, but here's the Spirit Breaker as well as a Phoenix. Gonna be a return kill here for the mid laner of Instinct, but no. They're just gonna show face. You know, when you're weak, pretend you're strong.
It's an interesting thing, right? Because now this Marcy and Drow are playing against each other.
Phoenix?
And this Marcy is a good amount ahead in CS and is almost at this. Actually, treads are on Courier, and then now you let bottom. You let this Troll Warlord get a bunch of farm. He's level 5 now. He's almost gonna get to his Cornucopia, and he's just gonna go Battle Fury and greed it up. I think he's gonna play similarly to the last game in which he just kind of disappeared, didn't fight as much, maybe got a kill here or there, and then just dominated the mid to late game.
I mean, his lane is just going 4 billion times better than his Wraith King lane went. Is up top. They're going to try to find the kill onto the Marcy, but they're able to throw with the Inkswell. The silence onto the Drow as well. As Xeriscape has shown up under the tower, the Spirit Breaker dies.
Spirit Breaker got so unlucky with that. He got double bash, but the bash pushed him over the cliff, and therefore he could survive.
Yeah.
Bash luck was not there, or it was there, but they take it away.
Yeah, that's why you always have to like get in front of the person before you start clicking them. So when you bash, you're not like pushing them to safety.
Yeah, that hill, that extra like 10 movement was like crazy good. But 5-1, 2K gold lead for Bullish.
There's a charge set onto Double King bottom. See if there's an attempt on his life. As even Void Spirit's here, so they're setting up for the kills. Sand King position around the tree line with a Burst Strike. Now he's in. Finds the zip as well as the Remnant and plenty of damage.
No chance to
pop
pop
very
that
nice
ult.
pick off. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He had ult, but no chance to use it.
Yeah, looking at this Spirit Breaker run, man, his fucking legs are disgusting. They're so gross looking. They're just so small. It's just like his top looks like Baki Hanma or like Yujiro Hanma, where he's just jacked as all crap, and then his bottom legs are just like ew.
All right, that's no body shaming here at NADCL. You know, he's just built the way he is. What can you
built the
do
way he
about
is.
it? But oh,
Oh
the
my-
Dissimilate, he jukes at the RP, and so
Oh, that feels
wake me up.
I feel so bad for the RP, but he's so ahead in lane that I just can't feel any pity for him.
Yeah, probably in the grand scheme of things doesn't matter that much. Besides, it's a little funny.
By the way, this Unleash is now out. He hit level 6 before Drow, which could be a potential timing for him to go on him.
There's way higher level than the opposing safe lane here in the top lane as a rebound. Doesn't
Jumping
quite
on
connect
the-
onto the Drow. And the nice gust, but they're going to turn over to the Phoenix, who is silenced. Inkswell on top of him as well. Not going to be able to get the dive away as he's just disposed and unleashed, but here comes a Void Spirit. Going to try to turn this around onto the Marcy. Do they have the damage? But with the Unleash, with the sidekick, he's just sustaining through it
coming
all.
back.
It just mans up into the Void Spirit. Here comes the Spirit Breaker. Can they get the bashes? But Marcy
Oh my
mans
goodness.
up into the Unleash. The sidekick, the sustain, it's way too much. As now he's going to have to Inkswell away. He's taking some tower shots as well as the right-click damage from the Drow.
He almost
But
just soloed half their team.
I know. This
And he's not
Marcy's
gonna be
feeling
punished for it.
extremely strong. But Spirit Breaker's still around. If they can find vision of the Marcy, they're just going to go again, and there's a vision as you rebound onto the Drow. Can they turn around with the Spirit Breaker? No, she can't! And now the Spirit Breaker, he's not
Oh
even
my
going to be
God,
able to
he's
get a
dead.
kill. The sidekick just makes him have infinite health, it feels like.
25% lifesteal.
As the Inkswell is going to get him into the Roach Pit and finish the job. As Marcy and Grimstroke in this top lane just get 3 kills on their own.
Yeah, now he's just gonna lifesteal off all these creeps, maybe put some damage on this tower jungle a little bit. Feels nice. Wonder if he's
Yeah.
gonna keep this sidekick on for the rest of the game. I know it's on Grimstroke right now, but I think he could put it on another hero. This AA.
I mean, eventually he'll give it to the troll. All right, more rotations
Oh, is
onto
he
this
gonna
Marcy.
die finally? Yeah, he's gonna die. It's a good amount of
Finally.
gold actually to the Phoenix. This Phoenix only got like 600 gold. That was not worth it at all for him. He's just waiting for the shard. That should have gone to someone else.
I think we can get on the side of Instinct at this point in the game is there's still 3k behind. It's just a solo kill onto the Sand King bottom as Double King pops ult and gets the nets onto the Sand King.
Yeah, the Sand King has Blink too, so that was a really good timing for him to go on the map, and now they know about it. Versus this troll, greedy Brattle Fury, only needs one more piece in the recipe to get there. And it looks like it's gonna be like a 15, maybe 16-minute Battle Fury, which is like really, really nice.
Yeah, it's what makes this troll hero good, right? Is that he's such a strong laner. It feels like he's never really punished for going Battle Fury. Like, he can build a farming item and still have impact. But here's going to be the smoke down. They're going to try to find another kill. As Double King, he doesn't have ult up. He used it to get the kill. And here's the charge.
This is a
Zip
hard one,
follow
but
through.
they can probably get him.
Looking for the damage. There's
any
no
people
TP
coming
rotations.
into
They're finally
this.
coming through.
Oh,
As the
the
Bureau strike
miss.
off the mark, but the Remnant pulls back into the Assimilate. But there's the RP!
Oh,
Onto so many!
no!
And they're just going to turn it around into the Soul Fight. And it's a disaster! Oh, no!
The tip on the Magnus too. Oh man, that's Jover.
No.
And he's just gonna continue farming like if nothing happened. And he gets the Empower. He's like, well, I almost died, but you know, I got a free Battle Fury for you, Magnus. Thanks. I'm gonna just finish mine. He's only 1,300 or 1,500 gold away from it. And this is looking like a really, really good Battle Fury timing.
What a turnaround. I mean, if I was on Instinct's side, I'd be like, get me out of this game. Nothing is
Dude.
going their way.
6k gold lead at 12 minutes in. And now this Marcy is a Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, the kill threat on this Marcy is just heightened immensely.
Don't worry, they got that AA. They got the Xeriscape AA.
Good for them.
That's it. That's the turning point, baby.
You will take what you can get at this point.
Uh-huh.
As Zero keeps going for phylactery.
Oh my god. Greedy man. This greedy man.
It's pretty greedy as a
Oh,
5 because
Sand
you're out of the
getting
sandstorm.
destroyed. Oh my god. There's so much base damage.
They're looking for the
Magnus
turnaround though with the
literally goes 12
Eclipse,
to hit.
but the Soulbind pushes him away, and now Marcy's looking for the 2-man dispose, is gonna get it. Is he able
Oh
to turn
my
around? They
God.
went back to focus the egg.
Totally
The egg
destroyed
does
this egg.
get scrambled, and can they find more? Shockwave off the mark. Marcy looking for the unleash hits onto the Spear Breaker, but isn't gonna be able to find them. Gonna be happy with getting
Magnus
the show on
gets
tower,
killed
but the
for
Void
this.
Spirit jumps the Magnus, gets the kill onto the back line, the Burst Strike onto nothing once again as they're going to try to turn the Inkswell onto the Void Spirit, but he dodges with the Assimilate. Here comes the Ice Blast from Xeriscape, destroys the Sand King, and now it's Spearbreaker and Void Spirit versus the Marcy, and I don't know if Marcy is going to feel too bad as even Double King comes and joins in the action, as it's going to be a 3-for-1 here in the mid lane, favoring Bullish on Gaming.
And this troll has the 13-minute Battle Fury. Xeriscape got the double kill. He is about to get phylactery. He's just farming. He's the belle of ball today. Man, bullish man. Got so many of these crazy heroes. I think this Marcy is such a standout hero though. Dominating the lane, deals so much damage. And I was watching that Magnus, 1700 HP, 14 armor. He's hard to kill. And with this empower bonus, he was chunking that Sand King. So even when they did kill him, they were in such an odd spot because they overcommitted so much with it right? He's just not a hero you want to go on. Even with this Marcy, because she's so good at long sustained fights, it just doesn't feel good. Speaking of engagements, Xeriscape is going to drop the Ice Blast on this Void Spirit. He does get hit by the debuff, but
is he even dying? Finally, he gets melted by the Sunray. They're gonna try to find the turn onto the Marcy. This is
he has ulti.
Scary target to go on. Pop the
unleash. My god!
Getting up into the Void Spirit. The Burst Strike's there to kite him out, but here comes the Grimstroke as well as the RP. Only onto the Spear Breaker. He's hoping to get more than that, as the Sand King was able to kite out both the Inkswell as well as the reverse polarity. So a 2-for-1.
Actually, even better because they used RP for that and Marcy ulti. It just seemed like one of those things like, where are you going? This Marcy should have probably committed a little earlier because that life steal's so high. One more hit could have maybe made the difference in her getting that last hit off the Void Spirit.
Magnus was there just a moment earlier and was able to get the RP when Marcy was still alive, something like that. But a nice 2 kills going the way of Instinct.
Signs of life, signs of life. Drow Rangers also hasn't been doing much. Rushing the Aghanim Scepter.
Just needs a farming at him.
Yeah, she just needs to get some gold. When do you think this Aghanim Scepter is coming out? I know she had a pretty rough lane.
I
would say 25 minutes.
25 minutes? No way.
No, I swear, something catastrophic is gonna happen. Her monkey's uncle's grandma is gonna die. She's gonna have to leave for a little while. It'll be okay. No, but seriously though, I do agree with that 20 minutes. That's probably gonna be my guess.
Yeah,
she's 2,000 gold away.
Being optimistic, like 18, 19 maybe.
I don't know. She just can't show herself in lane because like what? You're gonna jump by this Marcy and Magnus. Magnus has the Echo Saber and is about to get blink. Marcy's just been destroying you all game, and now has this Echo Saber as well, dealing literally 200 damage a hit. It's one of those things where it just feels bad to be this Drow Ranger right now.
Yeah, and she's not a flash farmer, right? Like, this is not the Luna of last game where she can hit into the jungle and, like, keep up with some of these other flash farmers. Like, if all it is Drow and Troll trading farm in the jungle, then it's going to be Troll's game all day long.
I also don't agree with the Spear Breaker building a Shadow Blade. I don't really like it. Little kerfuffle. Troll maybe getting set up upon by this Sand King Spear Breaker.
Yeah,
Spear Breaker gets hit
into another bash, into the Burrow Strike as well as the Epicenter. Wow, that bash is so lucky.
They have been praying to the RNG gods, but that is crazy. Versus this Drow almost dying to creeps. She farmed a stack. Don't worry, she's getting there. She can do it.
The Shadow Blade on Spear Breaker is interesting. Up top, Void Spirit. Getting Diffusal, finds the Remnant onto Marcy, so able to buy enough time for him to get away. For the Spearbreaker, like, you buy the Shadow Blade when you have, like, kill threat on lanes. And so I think maybe with, like, Magnus Marcy, he's too scared that he's gonna, like, go charge a lane and then just get jumped and died. I think it makes sense. It's not like the most obvious Shadow Blade game in the world, but I think it's fine as there's a skewer onto the Phoenix. A huge kill if you can get it, but they get the dive away. Now they're able to turn. Can they get the egg off? They can. There's the RP on it too, though. The damage is coming out as well as the Soulbind. With a Sunray, it's doing so much work, and he's keeping them alive. Draw's able to show up and clean up the Magnus, so a big initiation from Bullish on Gaming doesn't go their way, and now they're looking for more. There's the Remnant onto AA. There's the ult from the Spearbreaker as well. They're able to get the kill. Furthermore, they get the Burrow Strike, but Marcy, she's ink-swelled, she's big, she's bad. The Cold Feet stun onto Spearbreaker, stops and charges place as the Remnant isn't able to get to land as Marcy rebounds to safety. But all in all, a huge team fight win from Instinct, getting the kill onto the Magnus, getting the kill onto the Ancient Apparition as well. Able to turn it around.
Yeah, this Marcy's almost the Harpoon, but the Instinct can be showing signs of life. This Drow Ranger is looking to get her Ags pretty soon. I'm guessing she's just going to disassemble this Dragonlance for it, which means she might get a later Hurricane Pike or not. Maybe just ignore it altogether. But dang, this mispositioning. They letting that egg go off. All the Sunray bonuses that they got. I think that's the reason why they won that fight. And it felt really good. And then they just weren't always on the same page in jumping in. So...
yeah, maybe a little bit sort of cocky on Bullish on Gaming, just thinking
no, he
that
left the tier 2 token. Magnus left the tier 2 token over by the split gate. Poor baby. Go back for it. It's right there. No. That's a report.
It could have been anything.
Could have been another
So much
specialist
potential.
Is he going to go back for it?
As a Smoke Gank onto the Spearbreaker, who eats an Unleash and just instantly pops.
Oh my goodness. Marcy's the real carry of this game. Troll already has BKB too.
I mean, they're all so fat on the side of Bullish on Gaming. Like,
They're
Jesus
still losing
Christ.
fights.
Yeah.
I guess they haven't lost a 5-on-5 fight.
I mean, the last engagement mid was pretty 5-on-5. But... there's a jump onto the AA. Nice little pick off there for the Void Spirit. Gets him a kill, but uh-oh. Marcy has shown up, getting the Diffusal slow. The right click's coming out. She doesn't have Unleash to work with, but there's Dispose. Not going to try to turn. Charge. Does connect. Has the ult as well. Gonna push him back into the Burrow Strike. Nub thinks twice about it. In fact, Spearbreaker is in danger, but goes into the Shadow Blade. He's gonna be able to get him out, but there's a nice RP. Onto 2. Can they get the skewer back? There's the egg in the back line, trying to find the damage and the heal onto the Sand King as Troll Warlord's trying to man up into the Sand King and will eventually get him. There's a skewer back on the Void Spirit, but he zips to low ground before the Inkswell can pop off. But now he's silenced. Has to click through. The Harpoon gets another zip onto the high ground. It's a lock committed as Instinct on Gaming. They try to find the kill onto the Marcy, but in the midst of the team fight, they lose the Sand King and are just lucky to be able to disengage on the rest of their team.
This Drow did finish her Ags at 20 minutes and was able to get in there. I think that's a big thing. Oh, Void Spirit's dead. Hello.
Did you see what happened?
Yeah, just immediately just get Harpoon and just dies.
Well, he zipped in for the haste rune. There's a haste rune there, so he remnanted the Marcy bag, zipped in, and then just got phylacteried instantly and died.
Oh, that's so funny. Damn.
He did get the haste rune though, so he was the real winner.
It's Zero Escape on with the phylactery.
Yeah.
That phylactery is such a fun item.
This build's so fun on AA. He's going back for shard, which is wrong. With this build, you say, you know, fuck the shard. But I don't need it. You go like
Ags. I wouldn't mind an Ags. It'd be really funny. Like an Aegis.
I think that would be too far.
It's Xeriscape. This is Revenge Tour.
You're having the Tormentor here on Instinct, getting what net worth out of the map that they can. Speaking of shards, on the Spirit Breaker.
That's a good one.
It's not like the best this game. If you can like take the Grimstroke silence, that's about as best you can ask for.
Who would have a better start? A Glacier, maybe? Resonant Pulse, like, out of what they can do, right?
Yeah, Void for sure. But there's no... It was between him and Sand King, so... Felt pretty even on impact between those two shards, I would say. Xeriscape heard me and is not going for the shard after all, going back for the Glimmer Cape.
Yeah. Oh, Void Spirit caught out. Oh, the
it's very
smokes are
good.
breaking. And it looks like... Oh, no,
Oh,
Xeriscape
Burst
getting
Strike on the
found.
background. They find Xeriscape, the Ice Blast off the mark as he zips past it. In fact, it only lands onto the Spirit Breaker. So a nice little clean pickup there from Instinct. For the rest of the team, they're not dissuaded on the side of Bullish. They're still running up. Gonna try to find a jump, an initiation. They ping out the Void Spirit, and now they're picking out the Sand King. What's the target they want to go through? But they find the Drow, the perfect target to go on as they drag him into the team. Ay, ay, ay. They had the vision, and they executed on the perfect target, as now they're looking for more. Phoenix has to dive away.
I didn't realize this, but Frugos is 9-0.
And he's on it.
That's crazy.
I mean, part of it is just able to play in conjunction with the Marcy. So just them together, they're able to have so much kill threat and setup.
Yeah, man, this Marcy deals so much damage. It's almost 300 damage a hit, and especially with that Unleash. Man, that's like 1,200 burst damage. Especially with the Mana Burn, and then you have the Harpoon damage as well. Harpoon and Unleash, and then you just get destroyed.
Void Spirit's getting to his Manta, so that's going to make his team fighting, like, a lot better, because he's not going to be worried about these random Grimstroke silences. If he gets netted by the troll, he can get out of it, so...
Smoke on to 3. Troll is just going to chill by their tier 2 mid tower. I think they're going to use him as bait. Oh, they're going for this Drow! Oh, no!
Once again, dragged out of the base.
That is so unfortunate. And that's a free tier 2.
Yeah. What more permission do you need? The other team has a dead hard carry. They're not coming to fight you. Looking for the trade. Gaki Love getting ran down by a Marcy. Feels bad. He gets the Harpoon. No. Sedge.
And with that Orb of Destruction, that feels nice. Oh my god, the Sand King is just destroyed. Gets the
that one too. Looking for the epicenter. They might have the damage as he pops the Ghost Scepter. Not able to get the Unleashed clicked upon him. Oh, she finds it anyway. She is gonna eventually fall, but all the meanwhile, your barracks are falling.
Barracks falling top, and this troll, they get the fort, but I mean, I think they're just gonna run through everything. Like, what is this Drow gonna do?
It looks like your 25-minute call was actually the call for the first lane of barracks falling.
Oh my god.
Yeah, truly. What are you gonna do? There's a jump. Instantly
Aegis.
netted and RP'd and oh my god, I had to close my eyes. I didn't want to watch.
1 minute on this Aegis left too. I think they get mid after this.
Like, literally, who is gonna stop you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess this troll's kind of low right now. I mean, at this point, I think you just pop the Aegis, right? It's a full minute. This tower is almost dead.
I feel like at this point, your worry is that they start the fight, you ult, and then suddenly your Aegis expires mid-fight, and you're like, oh. Like, I guess I'm gonna die for real.
I mean,
so I think backing out at this point is fine.
I was like, oh, just kill yourself at this point. But
it's like,
if they get one more pick off, this mid lane is dead.
The problem with, like, running up and dying with, like, Aegis willy-nilly is it just, like, gives Instinct permission to fight into you. It's like you're right outside their base, you die with Aegis and, like, hitting tier 3, and then suddenly Instinct has 5 seconds to choose a backline target and jump them as you respawn.
Yeah. But this Aegis
Speaking of smokes, they run into each other. They run into the troll.
Oh, right,
who
is the
doesn't have
troll
Aegis anymore.
Aegis fires? I think he's gonna,
They're getting
might die here.
But he's alive. He pops.
Oh my god, no.
RP.
Jover.
It's Jover.
Absolutely just cleaves them to death with this extra bonus damage. I think he deals more damage outwards with a cleave than he does just by hitting them. 70% attack as physical damage, including the 40% power bonus. Yeah. This could be GG.
Yeah, it is GG. It's a full team wipe leading to the end of the game as a close game number 1. Some roster shuffles for game number 2 did not leave it very close though, as from the laning stage all the way up to the 27-minute mark, we didn't make this a long one. Bullish on Gaming was on top as they are going to move on in the lower bracket onto the semifinals. For Instinct, the road ends here. They had quite a tumultuous journey, losing some players in the final weekend, but they're able to make it pretty far. Like they took Grin on last night, able to push it to this series today, and you know they had a kind of a pretty clear strategy in game number 1. That was the closest game of the series, but this one I felt like introducing the new player in Yamazaki halfway through the series made their drafting for game number 2 just not really synergize that well.
I'm gonna say this. Frugos on that Grimstroke 10-0-13. And this Marcy made this Drow's life hell. This Drow could never ever get off. She was 0-6-2. She was constantly behind on net worth. It just felt like this this lane really, really did the thing it needed to. Dominated and allowed this troll to get all the freedom he needed to really start carrying the game to in the mid to late game. I just feel like all the lanes just didn't go well. It was
Yeah.
Jover from like mid at 8 when Magnus had twice the amount of CS as this Void. The Void did come back, but the Sand King and Drow did not. I think they could have maybe it was an outdraft.
The Sand King pick was just a huge question mark. It made you have to flex this Spirit Breaker to 5, which it's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's not where this hero thrives. And it forces you to go for these like range carry last pick, which they did the Drow. I think it's like I said, coming out of the draft, it's like making the best of kind of a bad draft situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I kind of think this happened in both drafts. They kind of like painted themselves into a corner on the 13 to 16 pick. And Bullish on Gaming, they just weren't falling into these sort of draft traps. I have to give a shout out to JMac. I think this Marcy is like all him. He's been like sitting in on the drafts, like helping out with the Bullish on Gaming drafts, and he's been a big advocate for Marcy. And I think his fingers were in this last pick for Bullish on Gaming.
Yeah, this Marcy looked crazy. It's just one of those things where you just build a bunch of stat items and then you just hit for 1 billion damage and then you just win lane because you can't deny things because this Marcy's coming into lane with 70 base damage. The second she builds her Wraithbender or Bracer, she's hitting for 80 damage, 85 damage of hit, and it just feels good. Like, oh, you just win. Imagine telling that to someone like 6 years ago that hero damage would be 80 without Calling Blade. And they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, they were suffering with like 40. And now we're in this post-universal hero era where Magnus can hit for 300 damage a hit after RP and chunk people like Sand King. And my God.
All right, so this is where Bullish moves on into the quarterfinals. We won't be having a winner's interview here as they've refused, and so you can go spam their supporter things for not having winner interviews. So go bully them on Discord, which you can join, be a part of the NADCL club. They will be playing again later tonight against Fry Boys at 9 p.m. Eastern time, but that's not the series we have next. Next up is going to be Sporkface Killas versus Yodi Brody Nexus. So look forward to that. Anything to say before we head out of our series today, Crescent?
No, it was just some good quality Dota for now. We got some good quality Dota coming up. Again, these two series are going to be very, very competitive. And I'm very, very excited to see. Also, go tell Bullish. Go tell Bullish to do interviews. They're very fun guys. They're very cool guys. Like, they're fun. People want to talk to them. People want to see them.
I think they're staying focused to try to win their series later tonight.
And Dota is about content.
So cheer for them. If they win tonight, then they'll be back for a winner's interview. Unfortunate to Instinct, they had some roster troubles weren't really able to shape it up for a competitive series this time around. And hopefully we get to see them revitalized next season to put a more competitive run into the championships. But this is going to be where we close off for a break. We're going to be back in 45 minutes. Is that right, Pop Tart? 45 minutes for our next series, Sporkface Killers versus Yodi Brody Nexus. My name's Wesley. I was joined here by Crescent, and we'll see y'all for the later series.
See y'all next time. Goodbye.
Hey everyone, PPD here. Wanted to say thank you for a fantastic Season 5. This season was very, very successful for a ton of different reasons. We grew our player base and our audience significantly. We enabled a second division to participate. We charged an entry fee that everybody was on board with. That helped generate a ton of revenue for the league. And I'm excited to announce an upcoming Season 6 that will begin in the third week of January. All right, so let's jump into the calendar. This is what Season 6 is shaping up to be, guys. At the very beginning, we'll jump into the player combine. This past season, the player combine was only 3 days long. Next season, it's going to be 5 days long. So that'll be from Friday the 19th all the way until Tuesday the 23rd. We'll follow that up immediately with our player draft, which will have some alterations to be announced at a later date. That's when we'll decide who's on our Division 1 teams, who's on our Division 2 teams, and something else this season is that if you aren't drafted to Division 1 or Division 2, you can create a team with other undrafted players and participate in a Division 3. All of those games are going to be happening on Fridays and Saturday nights. No more Thursday games. Sunday will be dedicated mostly to the Sunday Evening Cup Series. Another part of the league is that we're going to be moving from 8 to 12 teams next season, and as a result, we're going to have to change up how we do our, mid-season events. There'll no longer be, 3 or 4 tournaments for you to participate in. It's just going to be one big tournament with a group stage and a championship. So 3 weekends of group stage, you'll play 2 best of 2s each night, except for one of the nights, probably on the 10th, where you'll only play one game, and then we'll have to, we might have to play some tiebreakers in the evening to determine the final standings. That will bring you into a 12-team championship. That will be the top 8 teams will be in the winners bracket, and the bottom 4 teams will be in the lowers bracket, and then that first round of lower bracket is going to be best of 1. The in-house league, you can see it will begin on February 1st, and it'll run until the 29th. We'll have weekly prizes probably on the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and then the 29th. And then there'll be a seasonal prize as well. The Sunday Evening Cup Series, that will begin on January 28th. That'll be our first one. Ideally, this just goes on for the entirety of the year, but I'm committing prize money only up until March 24th, when we'll reevaluate our final position. Okay, how to participate. You guys should head over to our website and NADCL.us, click on the Season 6 tab. That'll give you a little information about the events. You'll get the calendar. There's a detailed events breakdown with just like more information about the league and the different events in the tournament. One of the most important things that's relevant for you guys today is that, last season we charged $10 to participate. This season, because it's longer, because we have more prize money, that price is going up. It's going to be currently set at $15, and then at the end of December 31st, end of 2023, it's going to go up to $20 in 2024. So this is just like an early bird mechanic for all of you guys that are here. Get a discount, 25%, and then everybody else who FOMOs in at the last minute will have to pay the full $20 price. I think you guys know this, but just to reiterate, I'm not making any money on this league. I am still really just focused on growing our audience and expanding our brand. All of this money that we earn from this supporter package, which is basically the price to participate, is more or less put back directly into the prize money, paying for the broadcast and the casters. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Look forward to you guys participating next season. And good luck to everybody still competing in the Season 5 championships.
Oh no, Hussein, I think that was very, very creative of you. And silence. Fear sign,
Immediately.
just use it. You can't do your combo unless you surprise the team, and you gotta surprise the support right now. Go with the smoke and see trying to get onto all white, but all white has the extra life, so I don't see the point going there. Epicenter goes in, Musi dies right now with the right click damage, get inside all of them. RP connects
Beautiful
into
RP.
the Huskar, and they may be able to get him. Yes, they did. Jumping, be quiet. Gotta keep going on the screen struck right now. What are you talking about? At least muerta. Nice.
Blink.
Have vision of Huskar. They may go. I mean, there's no RP already. Yes, RP goes instantly, right click damage as well, but Musi's gonna come to the rescue. Goes with the Epicenter, but nice to stop the trap protector.
He gets rooted!
The Epicenter did not contain, and now all white is back to himself. Now you gotta try to escape, gotta keep right clicking. Yes, from behind, it's gonna be double kill going in all white, BKB after BKB, but that is not enough, and all white is just old. He is gone.
Yeah, that's been the mark of success for both teams here, finding those supports. But Double King pops the BKB, still has the rage available. He's pounding it into the Nog. Muzi have the rage. Muzi to fall on the Sand King. Double King gonna chase down Lee. It's more. They're gonna find Rim is in the river. He's rooted by Destiny. Oh no, what's going on, Rim? Has to use a song to get out.
Lift him up.
BKB is gonna get through in the first hit bash. Are you kidding me?
No way, no way. They're hitting on Rem. Right click Rem to death. Musi to the rescue with Epicenter. That is not going to be enough. They keep right clicking them up in the air. That's 4 versus 1, and Musi managed to get a burst strike stolen. And Rosane is gone from 6 seconds. Also, I want to try to spot somebody. Yes, they know they're up top. They already have sight of that. They at least saw someone. Yes, they saw. Okay, they saw Rem going on Rem. BKB at some point gotta pop out and keep right clicking them. Comes here with the overcut as well, trying to lock down Rem. Rem is not gonna be able to pop the siren. He did pop the siren, but that was not enough. And they keep attacking right now, all white to the rescue, trying to right click Life Stealer on one side, but the Basher keeps going on one-on-one. Come here, hey, what are you doing? And there is a little bit help. Oh no, all white, perma lockdown. He is dead. They're going on already. What's
Double
going on?
Finishes the Roche. Muzi looking for the Burrow Strike steal. He doesn't have any free inventory space, though. Won't jump in. Oh, and his team is just melting behind him. Rim falling under half health. Double King.
You got Vinny in the backside. It happens to be the side king.
Muzi, one of the only heroes to buy back on the Radiant side. Wraith King getting a little low, but I don't think he cares. He's got ult, he's got refresher, his team's hitting tier 4s, he's content to buy that time. Mark jumps in, gets the skewer back on Roseanne. Roseanne pops the BKB, pops the Pierce the Veil. Just trying to click anybody, but they're all running away from her. Oh, an old white back into the fray. Rim just getting stunned outside of his fountain, able to walk back. KK in the fountain, that's the second death. Old white falls. Oh, and it's looking dire for the Radiant team. Rim gets skewered back near his Ancient. Will they die at the same time? Let's find out. Beautiful voice line after the beautiful song, but it's not going to be enough to save Rim as he gets skewered out of the fountain again and gets the fear into the diffusal use, but it's not going to be enough to keep him around. Oh my god, Roseanne hits the dead shot into the upheaval. Destiny's going to have no chance of survival.
Musi says no, hold on, trying to burst the mana.
Oh my
With the mana
god.
burst out, no, he's still alive. The golem coming through as well. Gotta be careful, because it is going to be Mark.
It's Mark all the way down, baby.
Yeah. Double King also joined. No casualties for the Bullish on gaming. They want to continue going here. Ram managed to get a slow down. There's no wall coming in as well. Try to block them with the Archer. No, Warlord's punching the first one and going on, and that is a dead kill.
Wraith King able to finish his axe. That's going to be huge in this next fight.
Nice blast. See, he's useless once the blast kicks in. That's it. He's dead. All white. Has a flaming lasso. He may not be able to use it with the extra 7 seconds. Double King. And as well as the Ancient Operation, start right clicking them on the side. And the big golem is down. The Wraith King is so lethal. Right click. Musi is dead. Snowball to lock them down. 3 heroes down at the expense of the Ancient Operation. Hold on. I want one more Wraith King jumping closer. Okay.
The juke.
Visible. It's fine. He's not gonna be able to escape, is he? He has 6 extra seconds, the Wraith Blast coming closer, and 1 more extra second, juke him all the way back. Oh, the other way! Yes. No, he knew that. What's going on?
Did-
Okay, there is a dust as well. Might get revealed. There's no ball coming through. He does not have his shot, his dagger yet. So I don't know. Okay, gonna start right clicking. Get rid of the warlock. Warlock is down. Now it's time to right click another one. Get inside him. Yes, invest him, but he's not able to use his shot. Okay. He managed to go down. Right click. Ram. Okay, they're taking. Get rid of two, but Double King is still there alive. Goes on Moosey, goes on the big bear. Now goes with the little bear right now. And a little bit of a lockdown. The bear, like, get the 300 gold, please. Get the 300 gold, yes.
Gold achieved. Roseanne landed the dead shot on the Wraith King to scare him back away, but it wasn't enough to get the resummon on the bear from Moosey. And Old White is in the fight now. We're going to see the first life spin on KK, but at what cost? Fat Rider to fall. Moosey still alive, walking away, gets the Rod of Atos onto the Wraith King. We're going to see the second death from the bear. That might be enough to kill the lone druid hero. Oh, not quite. Didn't get back to the fountain. And the ice
Look at the
blast
blast.
gonna land onto 2 heroes. 3 heroes. Who's going to shatter first? No rampage.
Oh, he was about to die. Bullish, okay.
No. Not sure why he's holding it so long. But Jaw's getting run down. You're not really doing enough to protect him on Chola.
Yeah, wow.
Felt good. But then Sporkface had the strength to kind of punch back, so you needed a BKB. And then his bear
Here comes
died,
a
his gyro
Big
died.
contest, by the way. They began Roshan, Sporkface, well positioned here. Destiny's scouting out, but they know he's in the tree lines. I think they're looking for him. Smoke onto the gyro tusk.
Fade on the high
Sort
ground,
of-
waiting to break any smoke.
At a standstill. So what is the move? They recommit to Roche. With Spectre. Kind of walk out of the pit though. Ice Blast Ravage hits a few heroes, Gyrocopter included. BKB up on Double King, and he is blasting away. This is not looking good for Sporkface so far.
All
Night
right.
Hunter, the last one sort of here. Babatich doesn't have a way into this fight, this wall of health bars.
He knows he has to
Sort
get
of
out.
boxing out everybody.
He
He
needs
is
to-
TPing out there.
You know, I think knowing that they are going to have the tools to deal with
Mark
the
links
Fry Boys
in.
lineup. Oh my
The
god.
Ravage hits. Oh my god. RP onto 2. That catches the Spectre and the Ancient Apparition into the call down. They're into the Overgrowth as well. They're rooted. The knock up. Will Jaw make it out? Oh, nope. There goes the Ice Shark. Roche. We're going to crash into each other in the trees, and instantly Henry is gone.
Double King.
What else can be
Pops that
found?
Silver Edge, runs forward immediately. But Henry
You're
Dota
on
buys
to
back on the
Kunko.
apparition.
He's gonna Ice Blast from base. There's a lot of things going on. Torrent Storm currently out. Bears the one out in front. They're just gonna try and kill it perhaps right now, keeping it engaged. But on the bottom side, Magnus jumped into RP onto 3. Double King following up. Not a ton of damage coming out yet. The Ravage hits 5 heroes. There goes the Shivas, but Double King standing his ground with the Satanic, blasting away. And in the meantime, Frogo's jumping out onto Pugna. Tidal Wave to push these guys away. This is super disjointed now. Jaw, very confident, running a Double King. Doesn't know. Destiny's still in the area. Probably has an idea. Gets punched around. Is there enough damage? The turnaround, though. And Jaw does actually
We're dead.
die. Boy, was that a flat cannon from fucking downtown. Hard to tell.
That paired with the Lone Druid Bear. Just too much for the Spectre, you know, the Magnus, the tree.
Smoke in the river. You see the Kunkka X. Mark is going backwards and finds the skewer.
Oh my god. He
And that is
finds
just Kunkka.
It lets you
on
pop
Tide
it.
Hunter. They're gonna commit. Turn onto Mark though, who is the one to skewer back originally, and then Ravage hits onto 3. Double King coming in through the side.
Jeez!
Snowballing deep into Chola. That's a strange RP that happens back there. Meanwhile, Jaw in the middle, just sort of dying a little bit alone. Kunkka getting controlled down. It's a very disjointed fight. I believe there is no buyback on Spectre. Double King 4-staffed backwards. AK.
Oh my god.
Causing issues. Here comes the re-engage. Mark skewers to get in. And they
Refresh
are
on
just-
Ravage.
Nice. That's a big Ravage onto 4. What is the turnaround though? I believe that's just a stall. I mean, what do they? El no sabe. El no sabe.
Sabe nada.
The
But
turn
now the Echo,
here's
Skyrat
Henry's in
getting
trouble.
He stacks a full spray on him. 4 now. KK gets another proc. It's gonna be tough. Buddy takes refraction.
NADCL is plenty strong enough with tag team.
Yeah, and you know, Frugas gets the pull off to the hard camp,
Bit of
but
an
it's only gonna serve. Oh, sorry.
Side, Double King and Fade duking it out. Fade sort of looked like Double King was backing off at the time that it was cast. Mark though made a rotation, found Henry. Should be a dead Skywrath.
Run to the camp. Gonna prevent any further blocks, but action here.
Destiny
Mark
and
diving
Mark
in
deep
for the
again.
kill.
Henry just respawned.
Oh.
Breaker charging onto Grimstroke, the Boundless Strike to stall him out. Begins to walk out. Things good so far. Snowball saved the re-engage onto Bristleback first, but the Walrus Punch comes out. Grimstroke immediately dead. Chola a little bit off on an island. Frogas just sort of tanking attention for a little bit. Mark, is he going to try to walk out here? No, the re-engage gets Chola on the backside. Bristleback
Fade.
gets Babatich, and there comes the big Wukong's command. He's duking it out. 2v1 here. Is he going to get Jaw as well on the back? Around for Lifestealer to poke his head out. Double King. A little too smart. A little too experienced to kind of fall into that. Upside, there is an engagement. It looks like Jaw is stuck inside of a Wukong's command.
I don't know if Chola has any of that magic. Got a shards into the snowball. Gonna buy a little bit more time, but it seems like it's just gonna be too.
Do they have the control? One bash comes out. Oh my god, the TA damage. Snowball in. Is he gonna
Reverse
escape?
snowball? But the bristles are still proccing from
There's
the
no way
snowball.
he's going back in.
You'll never put me back.
Wrath. Oh my god. Oh, Fade blasts in with the crush at the ready.
Double King regen from the
hey,
invest.
what's up, guys? I'm flying in too. Mark's in the middle of 3 people. Kind of
Starter's
stuck
down.
with Babatich.
Tuska's down.
And Double
They're
King
walking
is running
down
down
Jaw.
now.
Henry
and they
knows
just have
it's
to
fun.
escape. Yeah, Henry just says Pete deuces.
Destiny like a snack here. Gonna probably blink away, but it only delays the inevitable coming out with the double bash.
Double King is
now
responding to it. Is he
Babatich.
going to commit? Here's the turn. He wants something for this. He
Chola is
stepped out.
exhausting and everything. It has the shards.
Yaw is back, but what can they do? Fade jumps in, crush onto 2. Strike attacking away. The Wukong's command says, stay away. One last Brax to go down.
And Fade is behind enemy lines, getting hit by.
We're going to spot him again.
Speaking of distractions,
Are they full commit? They silence.
Fade
Caught
it's
out
the
here.
big crush. The buyback on Spirit Breaker and the immediate charge coming out
To be
on
able
the
to kill
Bristol.
this.
He's charged, but
No, the whole team is
Bullish
gating
on
through.
course. Hardy's here, but you already have 1 member dead, 2 members dead as Tusk and
Now Jaw's just getting run down by Double King. I think they guessed the wrong direction. It looks like he's going to be out okay. Really creeping up these lines. A ton of sentries.
oh, and the infest into the Bristle is going to afford some damage on a Babatich in the north.
I was just looking for
Right.
couriers at this point. Wukong's command comes out on the tier 4s. Holy! Tusk instantly dead. Jaw dead as well with buyback immediately. Slaughter comes back as well. The 1 tier 4 tower is down. Are they just going to rush it? Fortify comes through.
3 buybacks.
Backing off.
Blink
Wukong
rush.
command number 2. They've found Fade. What can he do? He's dead
That's a
already. They
dieback.
tried to snowball save. That's going to be a dead Tusk as well, just in a moment. But they want Jaw. Mark and KK both running him down. They know his team can handle the Tusk in the back, and that is Jaw dead. That is no buyback. And that is going to be the end of the game.
The triple
GG's
coming out
called.
from Mark. GG's called, as he said. And Bullish stampeding their way to the finals with a 2-0 victory over Sporkface.
Oh, here's Frugas, though. Finding the vision onto the Sand King. A huge cost finale does hurt this Tusk quite a bit, but no one's really finding a kill. A Stroke of Fate. Inkswell onto the Tusk, chasing down this Sand King. A stun. Do they have vision? They don't.
Season with a nice ward. Spectre's dead though.
Running up. There's a Poison Touch. Shadow Wave as well from the Dazzle. Heals are going to be enough, but they get the return kill onto B-God. Another courier kill. Oh man, another Gemini attack. Door is on a courier killing spree, but now he's getting ran back into the wrong base.
Oh,
There's the Tusk. Shikuchi isn't going to do this. If for Yodi Brody, bot lane. Yeah, he's very deep in.
Crit. Not enough though.
Crit didn't feel like it hurt
Got a
very
stun.
much. He still has dust on him. Gets a stun up onto the Grimstroke. Yeah, Yeah, there's Inkswell, Dust as well, so they're gonna have Vision. Struck Fate off the mark. He's winding up the epicenter, seeing if he can turn damage, but a nice Inkswell into the Pulverize is gonna keep that spell from getting off, and he gets a Burrow Strike. The last bit of right click, the charge forward, he's gonna find him. Blink up, so they might just get kited around here. As, yeah, there's a blink. Oh, but it's back in. Now they get the silence, the stun as well, the punch into the air. He blinked in completely the wrong direction.
Where Yodi Brody are just gonna outscale you because you didn't
They're
fight with your item.
Try to focus again. There's a stun onto B-God. Burrow Strike, but this Pudge just melted, and now DNC, yeah, has the BKB. Gonna leave him alone with the Pulverize. It goes through it. There's a time lapse. Keeps Sand King alive. Now he's gonna try to get an epicenter off. And he's got the epicenter rolling, but no one's really taking any damage. The Primal Beast getting poked at by the Zeus, but they're just killing the Swarm off. They're gonna try to find a way to get back into this fight, and they're gonna go back onto DNC, but now they're into the Sandstorm. They're getting stunned up repeatedly, and there's a first life of the Wraith King, but the Sand King does eventually go down. Spectre in the backline, trying to find the Grimstroke. Shukuchi forward. It's Weaver versus 4. It's a huge Shukuchi.
The
But the Tusk is still alive. Yeah, there's the grab. The Pulverize brings him
Now
down.
Spectre's in trouble. I don't think he can get out of here.
Charging forward, has a Spectral Dagger, gonna try to get away. There's a Wraithfire Blast, holding him into place as a Poison Touch as well, making it very hard for him to escape here. The Zeus doing kind of a lot.
Top of the CS almost.
He should have
wow,
such a
the
good time.
Grimstroke,
Wow,
though.
there's a hook. Grim can't be
It's
hooked
B-God
like
in trouble,
this.
though.
But Double
B-God
King's
going
turning
down.
the damage over on the Pudge with the first blood.
Play from B-God. This is not very good. He's going
Now
to
he's
get
getting a
swelled.
pressure. Blood
He
Grenade
should
as
get
well.
swelled immediately. Yep, now the swell is coming out. I mean, B-God is doing a crazy...
Door's gonna come in though.
He just
Maybe?
makes
Nah,
absolutely
he's
no
giving it up.
sense from B-God.
He gets a little hook before he dies.
So now he's just giving us... Whoa.
Gets the Skewer back onto the Pangolier. He's gonna, they're gonna find the
No, in trouble. Now here's the swell. On the goal. Please.
Can they get a
There we
bash?
go.
There's the Inkswell. Finally, the net comes out. Yeah, look forward from the
No,
Pangolier.
it's the Grimstroke.
Fruga
The big
still
kill,
died.
man.
They press the silence on a rolling Pangos. He's not able to jump around. They are
Oh,
gonna
he's
click
gonna
it
eat
off. Double King dismembered. Here comes the
On the
Dawnbreaker rolled
Dawn roll.
on top of everyone's head. Doesn't land a
They're going for
stun.
Pudge.
They're gonna get the
Nice.
kill. RP, they're gonna use it. Dawnbreaker ult falling off. They're using all the ults in their arsenal to bring down.
Tia has Blink. Oh, is he gonna go for a Skewer here?
They're thinking about it.
They're
There's
going.
the Inkswell forward. Skewer back
Good fight.
into the support duo. They're at least gonna get the Aegis here. There's a hook. Can the Solar Guardian land? No, the Aegis doesn't quite time. There's the RP
Oh,
on
what
the
an
2.
RP.
And Magnus is alive for the moment. And now they're getting the damage onto Scourge McDuck. And he's gonna fall. Aegis be damned.
The
The
Pango
Magnus
slapped.
does eventually fall, but the Pango finds himself in an awkward position, forces Swashbuckle to the low ground, but Double King, he's on top of him. A nice hook away and nice Slithering Crush from the...
Kind of a bull though, like kind of.
Yeah, kind of charges.
He's got a
There's
horn.
a Skewer, there's a charge. Sloradar, oh my god, all the damage in the world. The hook finishes them off, but now here comes Double King. Find a net. Yep, the TP isn't going to be successful. And they're able to finish him off in the arena that is the Sprout, but they might know he's there. They did ping.
I mean,
Dawnbreaker's catching him off.
he sees
but
him now. But the
nice
Sprout, though, but he
Gets
has
the
no
hammer
TP.
away. Double King, he's going to pincer it on, and
Ports. So, but yeah, here's the smoke. So, Bullish on gaming with their timing now.
finds
we get the
RP.
roll.
Nice Skewer back. Can they keep him down to silence the RP? So the Rinkush is going to buy a little bit of pressing his buttons too quickly. And now there's the hook onto the Dawnbreaker. Plenty of damage with the Corrosive Haze. Or is it?
Oh,
She's at
wow.
half health. A Centaur stun, and now Mark's in the area with the RP, but it only lands on the Centaur. Inkspo lands as well, and able to kill the Sprout. Charges
Pango.
him.
Oh, it gets out though.
Yeah, okay. Dawnbreaker did die. Now they're going to try to right-click onto this Pango.
Oh, look how many traps are top.
I know. Pango's right there.
Uh-oh, they see him coming. Okay,
And
big fight.
Slardar's there. Double King's in first. Ink's falling forward. There's a waiting meld,
Mac.
but they just wait for the other ones. The Mac, can they find it? There's a huge rolling thunder onto 2. Here comes the Solar Guardian. They're gonna try to turn this around, but the
Oh,
Mac's
no.
been melded out of existence. Oh,
the
it's a
troll, they take it
disaster
in.
here from Bullish. It's mass TPs, and they're gonna try back onto the outpost. Double King pops his ultimate, standing his ground, getting a little bit of heal. There's the RP. Can Double King find the damage to turn this fight around? But Scourge McDuck, he's like a turret on the high ground, laying the damage down
no.
onto Bullish. The
Coming
last right hit's gonna follow him. It's a dieback from Mag.
He has Pike.
Oh,
Use the Pike.
can they find it? Find the
Oh,
damage?
no.
Oh, it isn't gonna happen. Scourge McDuck on the high ground, on the low ground. And,
Dor is going
And I
in.
pass anyway. Dor, yeah, he is in. Oh my god, they just delete the Grimstroke. The damage from the Pangolier is way too much. Now they're gonna try to get the Magnus out of dodge, but he's slowed up by the Diffusal. The Dawnbreaker, the Pugna heals, doing a little bit of work, but Dawnbreaker sniped out of the fight. Picked off on the sideline by B-God and company. Okay, Skewer doesn't hit anyone.
good fight.
Double King's in the back line. He's netting up Frugas,
Yodi
or Door,
Brody
I
into a
mean, he
back
will
to it
eventually
here.
go down. And his mass disengage, it didn't go that badly, actually.
He doesn't want anyone to eat it. Very selfish from Door here.
Oh, Slardar?
Uh-oh.
Odd by double.
Uh-oh. Pango's in
Oh,
trouble.
there's a
lot of
nice
trouble
skewer
on
onto the Pango. Do they have the sounds as well? They're going to commit the RP. There's the sounds to follow up, and it's going to be a pick-off on the backside of the fight. Double King's on top of B-God. The Solar Guardian as well. Scourge McDucky's completely isolated. They found the kill. He's dead for 100.
Tanic maybe should have been an AC. Uh-oh.
Oh no! The hook! The dismember,
chase
but here comes the
buyback.
Solar Guardian. It's a buyback
The
from the
RP though.
Dawnbreaker. And then they get a huge RP onto 2. Can they find the damage in the Pango? He's trying to roll around. He's trying to find a way back into the fight. But is he going to be clicked down? No,
The
it's
Pango's
actually
alive, though.
Magnus. It's Pugna that gets clicked down. And now Double King have forced above the ult. He has a BKB running, getting bashed a little bit. Now he's sprouted up. Oh, he's just getting kited completely. The Dawnbreaker on top of the TA. It's Cores for trying to not get kited, but it's Scourge McDuck's going to come out on top. There's the stun from the Slardar onto Double King. Caught in the sprout. Clicked down by Scourge McDuck. It's an ultra kill for him as they lose 4 on Bullish. Slardar, Skewer, trying to TP out. That, I mean, that isn't going to work. Now they find a silence under the Pango. He's going to try to click it down, but they have the
There's no
Skewer back.
buyback.
Mid tier force. They're on the Pango. He has no buyback. He's going to try to roll up with a sharp.
Uh-oh. Maybe
Pretty.
Caught. Will he blink in time?
Detection. There's the RP into the Solar Guardian. There's a lot of ults to find this kill, but they are going to find it.
Nice.
It's a very awkward initiation. It's scuffed from both sides. Now they find the Skewer, the Dismember coming out. Now they're going to find the damage on a B-God. Solar Guardian as well. Do they have the lockdown? As Scourge McDuck's in the back.
GA blinked
Line.
in.
4 staff away, but he's getting chased down. Nice
He's
rolling
in. He's
thunder.
getting RP.
There's the RP. Can they find the damage? Yes, they are. He's clicking in. Double King. He's doing it. No! Scourge McDuck turning. Finds damage in a mag, but it isn't going to be enough. Double.
Uh-oh.
Who are they looking for? Oh, he doesn't find the Skewer, and now they're
Oh,
going to
no.
turn Scourge McDuck. He's finding the damage into the Magnus as his
The
son.
RP
You
on the
know he
TA.
can't find it. The RP on a Scourge McDuck. Can the damage come through? A nice roll up. Scourge McDuck. He's surrounded. He's dying, and now he is dead. They find the damage onto more. Pango caught in the roll up, and all Dora can do is escape as the Mark Silver just
Uh-oh,
forward.
did they see
The
the
smoke
buzz?
is gonna pop. Do they have the?
God, they have a sheep.
He's
Oh, but this
gonna
smell.
find a damage. Magnus BKB is used, and now he skewers forward. Double King disarmed for the moment. Stunned up. Yeah, now he's finding the right clicks. He bashed again from the Pango, getting kited around a little bit. Here comes the Solar Guardian on top of the Slardar's head. He's finally gonna fall. They get the stun onto the Pango as well. Okay, they do have vision there. There's the Skewer back on the Scourge McDuck to speed the game right here. Is the RP of the Solar Guardian. They have to try to keep him alive. They're going to turn the damage over onto the Pangolier. He will eventually fall. Now they're going to try to find damage back to the team. But Scourge McDuck, Slardar eventually falling. Scourge McDuck was able to survive,
They need a
but they
fight.
lose to buyback
have to go
force
now.
from the
They
Slardar.
have to
Doors
fight.
back as well. Slithering Crush onto the Troll. There's the Sprout. There's the
right.
There's the Cut. It's only the first life. Bullish Gaming, they have to find a way to save their carry.
I don't know where he respawns. I'm gonna be honest.
Whoa,
I
he
didn't know
respawns
where
way back there.
Yet. Okay, that's a good jump. They should jump.
Gone.
They should jump.
There's the blink. Oh, he goes forward. Oh, and now he's hexed.
Okay.
Very strange, but a nice RP. Can they get on top of it? Is there the damage coming out? Beacon is melting. Melting. Scourge McDuck. Oh, no. Will he also melt? He
Paul
will.
GG.
And now, like dodge wave by Paul.
No, it's the Clinks being way better than the Grim, and Grim is feeding first blood here, so.
Here, the
lucky.
Inkswell gonna try to keep him
Beacon
alive,
with the
finding
first
damage, but the Sandstorm not able to have vision.
Now Double King under trouble too, and yeah, this is the B-God effect. This is basically what happened to me, from what I remember. My Grimstroke died, and then I got dove. So,
Yeah.
bad news.
Another Burrow strike. The damage coming in from the Clinks. He's manning up, and he.
Ports on Radiant. Oh, okay, good news. They're walking a B-God.
That's a good jump. Get the pullback. Inkswell going to land as well. Actually,
no, the
just gonna
Willow
TP
died.
away. Can they move in? Oh my god. The Resident Pulse from the Void Spirit barely clips the Spectre. So a huge kill. It comes at a cost of both their supports, but they're gonna try to find more. Can the Torrent land on the Spear Breaker? Nope. Sure can. A little blue scary symbol on top of the Willow, and she uses Shadow Realm. I mean, they see the Cling. But I don't think it's gonna
Thinking
matter.
no spells.
Oh yeah, Sand King caught out on the sideline, chased down by the Void Spirit as well as Nakes. They do lose the Willow though in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great trade though for okay, they got the boat. Oh, they missed it. They're still gonna try.
Alright, Inkswell into the Remnant, boat as well. Whole bunch of
I wish he would just go armlet.
Oh,
Right
here's a
there.
Burrow Strike Epicenter. Good thing I was looking at him because he's getting gone on. There pops a Rage, gonna try to run through the tree line. He wants to find an Infestant and a Creep, but the Spirit Breaker, the
Oh,
charge
no.
goes through nonetheless. Can they kill the Creep? Okay, pops himself, and now, oh, Market with a DD. Just absolutely bursts the Spirit Breaker, and now Cook attempts to click the egg, and it's gonna pop.
Oh, they got the X.
Yeah, should be a very dead Phoenix, as even the Cleave pull back into the Torrent. Remnants there as well for good measure. Very good response there from Bullish on Gaming.
Pretty big mistakes there. Primal, he just walked up to the tower and started hitting inside. I feel like really weird death, and he's so close to his heart. He now
They're
said
gonna
the
jump
sinking
the
though.
tanking.
Spirit Breaker? He should know. He sees them portaling. Who does he think that is?
Yule's up into the air, didn't land the
but
Curse
they're-
Crown combo. Doesn't get
Okay.
the silence off. Oh, but he's turning with the
wait, what?
illusion.
Why did he do that?
I don't know, but the Inkspell's gonna land Remnant as well, and they're gonna find the Punko once again just clicking a tower alone.
Surely he's
gonna get set up.
right? Like,
And here's the Clings damage, pops the Blade Mail. Egg just put on his head as well as he's bonked back into it. There's a
Here's the
nice
egg.
fear, buys a lot of time. There's a ship as well. Will it keep Kunko alive? He's walking away for the moment. Here comes Snakes into the fight. Is he able to get 2 clicks onto the Spectre and it dies? It's a 3-for-0 so far. There's a silence onto the Phoenix as well.
So that's what we're looking for here. And yeah, another.
Oh
sentry
my
coming
god, Sentry is just gonna click down the Clinks. There's a dust coming out, the rest of his team, and now Spectre in trouble. Spectre, that's 2 deaths
The
back to
Spirit
back.
Breaker.
The nice Bramble, but here comes the MP in the back line. Are they gonna find the damage? There's the goal from the Spirit Breaker chasing down the Nyx, and both teams are dead. And here's Mark chasing down a Phoenix. Punka is showing up as well. Can he find the damage in any of these heroes? Torrent's gonna be off the
no,
mark.
he
Oh,
misses.
barely misses the Burrow Strike there.
Spirit Breaker's
As
vision.
Mark's living for the moment, there's a Remnant onto Spirit Breaker. Has a charge, has a bulldoze, has bashes in the tank as well. But now he's X back in. He gets burst. Sentries.
Oh,
Center
double king though.
winding up, going on to the Nyx. So they have enough to burst this hero down. I mean, they do. It looked easy. And now the team fight's
Now
going to be
the
very hard for
Sunray.
Bullish on Gaming. The Egg in the back line doing so
Not
much
enough.
work. But not enough. There's a stun that
Give
comes
him
out.
Sunray though. Not
Conka,
enough, though.
Void Spirit. They're focusing down the Spectre, and the Spectre will die. Both carries are dead once again at the beginning of these fights. They lose the Sand King and the Clinks. I guess the Clinks died at the beginning with a Grimstroke barely living as he gets the silence onto the cow, and the cow will.
Closest. Closest something. Spirit Breaker. This guy needs to buy BKB so he doesn't get screwed by Bramble 20 times.
Okay,
Right now.
there's a Yules, into the Bramble, into the Curse Crown, into all the damage.
Time is up. He's killed it like 5 waves.
Oh, Inkswell moving forward. Can they find the Sand King? Gets a blink away as they add vision. Finds the slow onto the Claims, caught in the Brambles. This is surely a dead Skelly boy.
Phoenix. in
As
trouble.
Sunray, oh, fine with a Torrent. Yule's up into the air, charging the Fear, and yeah, nice Fear. Perfectly timed. Tier 3 tower, a nice Burrow Strike onto 2. They're trying to jump the Nyx. Can they burst him in time? The Inkspell comes up. Is he able to get out of this? He buffs Samantha. He's life-stealing. He's alive. Double King absolutely eviscerates the side of Yodi Brody.
Why did? Oh, because he just bought the BKB that he didn't use. Let's see what
They're
happens.
jumping the Sand King. He tried to buy some time, but he's gonna only buy some time for himself to sit and look at his keyboard as he waits to respawn. The water parks into the base. Bullish on Gaming. They're feeling themselves. You get rid of Shadow Realm?
TP out right away. He's dead if he doesn't TP.
Yes, Pandem. They're aware. There's a dust moving on up. Find him. There's a charge coming through eventually. Oh my god, the Grimstroke's deleted. Spear Breaker caught in a Bramble, trying to find the damage on the Void Spirit. He's on the BKB, so it's hard. Nice Fear onto a few, but the charge forward stuns him through the BKB. Gets the zip away, but he doesn't live through it. And now Willow. This is a final lane of racks that they got to work with, so they got to keep it alive. There's a jump onto the Kunkka. Water parks, they're coming in though. Can they find the damage into anyone? Nyx having a fun time clicking into the Spirit Breaker. Tidal Wave over to the sideline. They say, bye-bye, I'm out of here. But Spectre has the jump, shot a step forward, pops the Manta, keeps the damage from coming out. Charge through the catch. It doesn't quite end from the side of Yodi Brody, but do they have the damage? Clinks has to try to connect.
What is the Spear Breaker doing?
Oh my god, there's a stun from the Sand King. Old's coming back. Rage isn't going to stop it, but he lives for the moment. That's just the first life of the Nyx, and that it should strike fear into the heart of Yodi Brody as the tidal wave comes through. Can they find damage for a second life as he pops the BKB? Man fighting into the Spectre, but the Spectre's not really taking any damage. Forced to infest into the Kunkka. Full disengage. BKB pop from the Spirit Breaker. He's trying to fight into the Kunkka. Kunkka's pretty tanky here. Shadow Realm damage. Trying to focus down the Spirit Breaker. Just charge through him. Spectre jumps forward again. Finding the Grip Stroke, but he dies. That's 90 seconds, no buyback. Sand King's joined him in the grave. And now Spirit Breaker is going to go too.
Spirit Breaker is no buy. That's game.
Yeah, that's game.
I don't see how they defend.
They find the Phoenix too.
Wow.
Their hard work looks like it paid off. I mean, we were pretty critical of this lineup, but their drafts looked really solid,
their drafts
and
have been very impressive.
it looks like the comfort of Yodi Brody wasn't really able to overcome. Okay, there's Spectre with a buyback coming into the fight. I guess the game isn't quite over yet as they're trying to focus on the Nakes, but a nice fear. Now they're clicking into the Spectre. They can't afford to lose her, but she's going to die. It's absolutely over here for Yodi Brody as Bullish on gaming. They clean through the tier 4s. GG's called, and what a series. I mean, this was a pretty fun 3 games. It
Yeah,
seemed pretty close.
Yeah, for sure. Really close series.
Oh no, Rosane, I think that was very, very creative of you. And silence. Fear side,
Immediately.
just use it. You can't do your combo unless you surprise the team, and you gotta surprise the support right now. Go with the smoke and he's trying to get onto all white, but all white has the extra life, so I don't see the point going there. Epicenter goes in, Musi dies right now with the right click damage, get inside all of them. RP connected
Beautiful
to
RP.
the Huskar, and they may be able to get him. Yes, they did. Jumping, be quiet. Gotta keep going on the screen stroke right now. What are you talking about? At least Muerta. Nice.
Blink.
Have vision of Huskar. They may go. I mean, there's no RP already. Yes, RP goes instantly, right click damage as well, but Musi's gonna come to the rescue. Goes with the Epicenter, but nice to stop the trap protector.
He gets rooted!
The Epicenter did not contain, and now all white is back to himself. Now you gotta try to escape, gotta keep right clicking. Yes, from behind, it's gonna be double kill going in all white, BKB after BKB, but that is not enough, and all white is just old. He is gone.
Yeah, that's been the mark of success for both teams here. Finding those supports, but Double King pops the BKB, still has the range available. He's pounding it into the Nog. Muzi have the range. Muzi to fall on the Sand King. Double King gonna chase down Lee. It's more. They're gonna find Rim is in the river. He's rooted by Destiny. Oh no, what's going on, Rim? Has to use a song to get out.
Lift him up.
BKB is gonna get through in the first hit bash. Are you kidding me?
No way, no way. They're hitting on Rem. Right click Rem to death. Musi to the rescue with Epicenter. That is not going to be enough. They keep right clicking them up in the air. That's 4 versus 1, and Musi managed to get a burst strike stolen. And Rosane is gone from 6 seconds. Also, I want to try to spot somebody. Yes, they know they're up top. They already have sight of that. They at least saw someone. Yes, they saw. Okay, they saw Rem going on Rem. BKB at some point gotta pop out and keep right clicking them. Comes here with the overcard as well, trying to lock down Rem. Rem is not gonna be able to pop the siren. He did pop the siren, but that was not enough. And they keep attacking right now. All white to the rescue, trying to right click Life Stealer on one side, but the basher keeps going on one. Come here, hey, what are you doing? And there is a little bit help. Oh no, all white perma lockdown. He is dead. They're going on already. Look what's
Double
going on.
Finishes the Roche. Muzi looking for the Burrow Strike steal. He doesn't have any free inventory space, though. Won't jump in. Oh, and his team is just melting behind him. Rim falling under half health. Double King.
You got Vinny in the backside. It happens to be the Sand King.
Muzi, one of the only heroes to buy back on the Radiant side. Wraith King getting a little low, but I don't think he cares. He's got ult, he's got refresher, his team's hitting tier 4s, he's content to buy that time. Mark jumps in, gets the skewer back on Roseanne. Roseanne pops the BKB, pops the Pierce the Veil. Just trying to click anybody, but they're all running away from her. Oh, and old white back into the fray. Rim just getting stunned outside of his fountain, able to walk back. KK in the fountain, that's the second death. Old white falls. And it's looking dire for the Radiant team. Rim gets skewered back near his Ancient. Will they die at the same time? Let's find out. Beautiful voice line after the beautiful song, but it's not going to be enough to save Rim as he gets skewered out of the fountain again and gets the fear into the diffusal use, but it's not going to be enough to keep him around. Oh my god, Roseanne hits the dead shot into the upheaval. Destiny's going to have no chance of survival.
Musi says no, hold on, trying to burst the Mana.
Oh my
With the mana
god.
burst out. No, he's still alive. The golem coming through as well. Gotta be careful because it is going to be Mark.
It's Mark all the way down, baby.
Yeah. Double King also joined. No casualties for the Bullish on gaming. They want to continue going here. Ram managed to get a slow down. There's no wall coming in as well. Try to block them with the Archer. No, Warlord's punching the first one and going on, and that is a dead Chaos.
Wraith King able to finish his axe. That's going to be huge in this next fight.
Nice blast. See, he's useless once the blast kicks in. That's it. He's dead. All white. Has a flaming lasso. He may not be able to use it with the extra 7 seconds. Double kill. And as well as the ancient operation, start right clicking them on the side. And the big golem is down. The Wraith King is so lethal. Right click. Musi is dead. Snowball to lock them down. 3 heroes down at the expense of the nation operation. Hold on. I want one more. Wraith King jumping closer. Okay.
The juke.
Visible. It's fine. He's not gonna be able to escape, is he? He has 6 extra seconds, the Wraith Blast coming closer, and 1 more extra second, juke him all the way back. Go the other way. Yes. No, he knew that. What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, there is a dust as well. Might to get revealed. There's no ball coming through. He does not have his shot, his dagger yet. So I don't know. Okay, gonna start right clicking, get rid of the Warlock. Warlock is down. Now it's time to right click another one. Get inside him, yes, invest him, but he's not able to use his shot. Okay. He managed to go down, right click, ram. Okay, they're taking get rid of 2, but Double King is still there alive. Goes on Musi, goes on the big bear. Now goes with the little bear right now. And a little bit of a lockdown. The bear, they're like, get the 300 gold, please. Get the 300 gold, yes.
Gold achieved. Roseanne landed the dead shot on the Wraith King to scare him back away, but it wasn't enough to get the resummon on the bear from Muzi. And Old White is in the fight now. We're going to see the first life spin on KK, but at what cost? Fat Rider to fall. Muzi still alive, walking away, gets the Rod of Atos onto the Wraith King. We're going to see the second death from the bear. That might be enough to kill the lone druid hero. Oh, not quite. He'll get back to the fountain. And the ice
Look at the blast.
on to land onto 2 heroes. 3 heroes. Who's going to shatter first? No rampage.
He was about to die. Bullish, okay.
No. Not sure why he's holding it so long. Jaw's getting run down. You're not really doing enough to protect him on Chola.
Yeah, wow.
Felt good. But then Sporkface had the strength to kind of punch back, so you needed a BKB. And then his bear
Here comes
died,
a
his gyro
big
died.
contest, by the way. They began Roshan, Sporkface, well positioned here. Destiny's scouting out, but they know he's in the tree line. I think they're looking for him. Smoke onto the gyro tusk.
Fade on the high ground, waiting to break any smoke.
At a standstill. So what is the move? They recommit to Roche. With Spectre. They kind of walk out of the pit though. Ice Blast Ravage hits a few heroes, Gyrocopter included. BKB up on Double King, and he is blasting away. This is not looking good for Sporkface so far.
Right.
Hunter, the last one sort of here. Babatich doesn't have a way into this fight, this wall of health bars.
He knows he has to
Sort
get
of
out.
boxing out everybody.
He
He
knows.
is TPing out there.
You know, I think knowing that they are going to have the tools to deal with the Fry
Links
Boys
in.
lineup. Oh my
The
god.
Ravage hits. Oh my god. RP onto 2. That catches the Spectre and the Ancient Apparition into the call down. They're into the overgrowth as well. They're rooted. The knock up. Will Jaw make it out? Oh, nope. There goes the Ice Shark. Roche. They're going to crash into each other in the trees, and instantly Henry is gone.
Double King.
What else can be
Outside
found?
Filtridge runs forward immediately. But Henry
Here
Dota
onto
buys back on the
Kunko.
apparition.
He's gonna Ice Blast from base. There's a lot of things going on. Torrent Storm currently out. There's the one out in front. They're just gonna try and kill it perhaps right now, keeping it engaged. But on the bottom side, Magnus jumped into RP onto 3. Double King following up. Not a ton of damage coming out yet. The Ravage hits 5 heroes. There goes the Shivas, but Double King standing his ground with the Satanic, blasting away. And in the meantime, Frog is jumping out onto Pugna. Tidal Wave to push these guys away. This is super disjointed now. Jaw, very confident, running a Double King, doesn't know. Destiny's still in the area, probably has an idea. Gets punched around. Is there enough damage? The turnaround, though. And Jaw does actually
We're dead.
die. Boy, was that a flat cannon from fucking downtown. Hard to tell.
That paired with the Lone Druid Bear. Just too much for the Spectre, you know, the Magnus, the tree.
Smoke in the river. You see the Kunkka X. Mark is going backwards, Storm finds the skewer.
Oh my god.
And that is just Kunkka off.
It lets you
on
pop.
Tidehunter. They're gonna commit. Turn onto Mark, though, who was the one to skewer back originally. And then Ravage hits onto 3. Double King coming in through the side.
Jeez!
Snowballing deep into Chola. That's a strange RP that happens back there. Meanwhile, Ja in the middle just sort of dying a little bit alone. Kunkka getting controlled down. It's a very disjointed fight. I believe there's no buyback on Spectre. Double King 4-staff backwards. AK.
Oh my god.
Causing issues. Here comes the re-engage. Mark skewers to get in. And they
Refresh on Ravage.
Nice. That's a big Ravage onto 4. What is the turnaround, though? I believe that's just a stall. I mean, what do they... El no sabe. El no sabe.
Sabe nada.
The turn
Sabe
here.
esto. Skyrat
is in trouble.
He stacks a full spray on him. 4 now. Oh boy, he gets another proc.
That's
It's
so
gonna be tough. Buddy,
scary.
take refraction.
Mel's Dragon is plenty strong enough with tag team.
Yeah.